Okay. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. I think it's picking me up. Let's hope it's picking me up. Yeah, so shout out to Awesome Hooker for, you know, giving me a bit of plug there, right back at you. Yeah, I just opened to say hi because they were talking about alcohol, and I know what my name's called. We're branching out tonight with margaritas. Mm-hmm. So a lot of this happened tonight. Well, I guess since I've last seen you guys, I know a lot of you are going to be like distracted by if I don't know if Rose is actually going out tonight, but if she is, I know there's always the question of whether she's going to get mugged by a hobo. So I know that that's a big draw for people. But I'm sure that she can handle herself. So she might actually turn the hobo's might be rethinking it. She might end up mugging them. You never know. That's YouTube for you. You never know who you could meet. Anyway. Yeah, my shit is still busted, so no music intro for now. We'll get it though. We'll get back to it, I promise. And okay, okay, I'm just gonna do a little like Easter egg kind of stuff for you guys while we're waiting for if anyone shows up. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. But if it takes, I don't know. Mess. Oh, that's oh right. Okay, have you guys noticed like Kat seems really confused about why Rosie might not have wanted to meet her in Vegas. Gee, it's not like you got her channel shut down or anything. Oh wait, you know, I don't know, like how does this not occur to her? Like, if you want friends, don't be an asshole to people. It's kind of a general rule. I guess some people need to learn that when they're fucking 51 though. So here we are. Oh hey Punk, what's up? If you want to drop the link to that video, I guess that can be my pseudo intro tonight. It's appropriate. You made an awesome thing. I'd say I don't know. I don't know. Has Dave even been on this week at all? Because sometimes it's like I can hear him, but I can't see him. It's like he's hiding. It's almost like he's camouflaged. I don't know what to make of it. Yes. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you really should click that link. Epic. In case you haven't been online this week and don't know what happened in Vegas, you'll get an idea. Oh my god. Mess. I'm sorry, like, you know what? I know. It's like, I can hear him. Never see him. That in the dusty public library backdrop. I'm sorry, thing is, the address of that place got out, and, like, it's a nice place. Like, he should have been showing that off. I don't know how these people don't get that. Like, why not? Instead of having these like weird backdrops and then leaving for 7 hours so people can look at a chair, which were pretty distinctive chairs, by the way. That's the thing. Like, you can't really hide at a certain point. Like, you just kind of like, whatever. You just gotta own who you are and what you do. And hopefully you haven't tried to swat anyone, so you won't be retaliated against in that way. You want to understand. Anyway. Okay, so I want to. Okay, I guess I should wait till I'm back from watching that. But yeah, right? I know, right? That had a fucking badass pool. Like, that's awesome. Like, I was a swimmer in high school and stuff, and like, I'm all about that. Totally. It wasn't like super big, but the pool. And any pool is good. But yeah, it's awesome. Open floor plan, like perfect for a party. That's what people should do. Like, just throw a party, play some music, stream it. That's it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel every time you go live. You don't gotta do all that. It's like you're on some NSA type of shit. You know, an undisclosed location was that Cheney was always in. Okay, so I want to pick up on kind of around where we left off, which was around the selling, the online listing. Now, I like this. Perfect. Perfect. See, you're always the responsible one. We need that, especially around here. YouTube. Wow. Okay. There's so much to say, I feel. Okay, so we're gonna start on the online listings. And I want to go over a few ground rules. So, okay, generally here, we don't do the whole thing where you post people's addresses, even if they've been put out. It's just not a good look, so please don't do that. Secondly, if there are any look, okay, my channel is not part of the whole YouTube gang war thing. I know that can happen a lot on social media, but we don't really do that here. Again, it's just messy. So if you have a problem with someone else who's in the side chat, please don't use this take it somewhere else. I don't care where you take it, just not here. Okay? This isn't for that. Okay? I hope that we all understand that. And thirdly, okay, if you disagree on principle with me reading this stuff, I understand that, but I hope that you can sort of take it in part and as part of a larger scope of what we're trying to say here, or at least what I'm trying to say here, which is that this person is shady. We're not a court of law, so we don't have that standard of evidence. But we're not saying anything shady. We're not violating any rules or laws by doing this. And I feel like people have a right to know what kind of person this is. If you think about all the independent accounts and personal experiences people have had interacting with this person, me included, and I know a lot of you watching who have watched these, we have all of those accounts. Then we have the parts of this filing that corresponds with the things that we've already known and already wondered about, which are essentially in a way being confirmed in this filing. Now you can say that it's his side, and that's true, but a lot of the stuff that I've read out so far has been backed up by attachments that have been cited specifically within the text, and which are attached to which is kind of what we're going to get to tonight. So hopefully we're going to try to wrap this up. And Kat, to you, Ramadan Mubarak. If you missed it, I posted on my community tab a mirror of a hangout that Kat did in May of 2017, which was struck and removed for violating YouTube's community guidelines on hate speech against Muslim people. Oh, and that reminds me, you guys probably don't know. Wouldn't it? I have no idea. He works a lot, so I don't know. Way to put me on the spot, Bumble. Welcome, but I don't know. I'll have to talk about that. It's so hot here, too. I don't know if I could handle it. Oh my god, what is it? The whole El Nino thing? It's been crazy here. Kind of why I'm on here so late. It was just so hot earlier. I'm like, ugh. It's humid. It's horrible. No, it's all good. I know people enjoy scrutinizing our relationships. The joke's on them because there's nothing to scrutinize. Ooh. Got it like that. What can I say? Okay, so I hope you guys. Wait, did I do that? Oh, great. And now we have a statement by one of Kat's siblings. Hey, Black Cat Lover, what's up? That once again sort of corroborates the things that we've said on here. So my whole point in this is that it is not a witch hunt. It's not, a bash session. It's letting people know who this person is, who we have seen, and this pattern of behavior that we have seen for years. Oh, did you guys know that Kat actually learned how to say, now I believe it was in Farsi, but I might be wrong on that, but a different language, she learned how to say, I hope that you are raped 1,000 times in a different language just so that she could harass like women of Arabian descent on social media. This is true. Like, it would take me minutes to find the receipts, but I'm sure I could. So I mean, this is not eventually you have to be held accountable for the things that you do. And I don't feel like this is even that, to be honest. Yeah, pretty bad, right? Pretty bad. Pretty hateful, right? Yeah. So I don't really want to hear that, this is us piling on, because it's not. It's really just that this is the first time that we've actually been able to confirm with independent sources, like, what kind of fuckery this person gets up to. Instead, yeah, very hateful. The definition of hateful, really. Yeah. Like, this is stuff that hasn't stopped. The fact that, oh, hey, Holly, what's up? How you doing? Wait, why do you not have... Wait, is that really Holly? Because, I mean, usually she has a wrench, and I have no idea. Has YouTube been fucking with my wrenches again? What's up? Can someone confirm that it's Holly for me? Sorry about that. Yeah. You know what? I don't want this to take me off from the chat, though. So oh my god, mess. Anyway, hopefully that'll work. So anyway, I just wanted to reiterate that whole kind of thing because I know people have forgotten. But yeah, again, this isn't, you guys do whatever you want with your money. You guys support whoever you want. But I feel like you have a right to know who you're actually supporting if you choose to do so. That's all this is. Okay, so, all right. Let's pick up on the, what did I just say? Oh, the listing of merchandise that was supposed to be reimbursed through Larry's PayPal. Okay. I don't know. Sorry, is my chat lagging or is no one talking right now? It's possible. Either way. Anyway. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with. Well, let's start with the PayPal. Why don't we? So again, this it's true that this is Larry's side of it, but that's all we really have to go on when it comes to this. I know that Kat recently has sort of floated the idea by way of a Romana Clef that that there was cocaine use, which is a part of this, but I kind of doubt that. I don't know. Like, that seems very incredulous as a claim. Like, I don't know, to be in your 50s and have an active cocaine habit, that's very unusual, shall we say. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that people don't do cocaine. A lot of it has to do with the instance of cocaine-related heart attacks, which is pretty common with habitual users or chronic users, I guess. Maybe not habitual, but chronic. Speaking of chronic users, margaritas, anyone? Hey, I'm on theme, kind of. It's hot today. Oh my god, my brain's fried. Mess. Okay. So, here we go. Hopefully we'll wrap this up tonight. Oh, thank you, Karina. Ooh. Yeah, mangoes are hard. I saw a thing, like, one of those little, like, life hacks for how to cut a mango. I don't know. Yeah, there's your answer, Bum. Yeah, put me on the spot. Put you on the spot. Anyway, okay. Yeah, soon. There you go. Okay, so on or about May 15th, 2018, this is last year. This is like last year when she started like saying like, oh, I need help. He's, screwing me over. And by the way, I wanted to mention, so another, I mean, it's not, this isn't really a high profile, but how to get the shit over. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Mangoes can be hard. Difficult. Yeah. I saw a thing with that once. I'll look it up though. See if I can never track this shit down when I actually need it. I'm so terrible at this. I need to figure it. And you know what? I'm gonna stay on task. Anyway, I wish it was this. Okay, high-profile divorces happening right now. Wendy Williams. You can compare and contrast how things happen in this, and how things are happening in that situation. One big difference that right away you notice. Okay, Kelvin is like, well, okay, since the beginning, he's sort of tried to make it, or make Wendy amenable to the idea of letting his attorney handle everything. Generally, when one spouse screws over the other, they try to like discourage the other partner from like retaining their own representation. So the fact that Larry didn't, and that's kind of the thing, like what I keep coming back to with all of this and sort of looking at different scenarios from like pop culture and stuff. It's like, it seems like Larry really did fairly by Kat. It seems like he did right by her. I'm not getting the sense that he's been trying to screw her over the way that she's portrayed it. Like, there's just not evidence to really support that. I mean, he gave her $50,000 to live on. I mean, just for a start. And then after 3 months, when she blew it, he gave her more money. If that's like trying to exploit someone in a divorce, I don't know. That's pretty generous. Oh, that's true. I'm at a Poshmark. I bought. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh wow. That's the other thing. It's like, it's really hard to instill trust with people, especially when you have been so like flaky in the past. I mean, we all struggle with that, I think. In fact, like, if you missed Adam the Woo, he had a live stream a few hours ago, which he never live streams. So it was on the Daily Woo, which, like, awesome channel, awesome content, like, total, like, vlog goals, if you don't know. Yeah, right, Holly, for real. No. But, like, yeah, like, even he struggles, and he has a huge channel, and, like, he's very successful at this whole YouTube game. So, like, even he struggles with consistency. And, like, it was really nice to hear that from someone who is so successful on YouTube. Like, that was really, like, nice to hear. Yeah, he's really cool. He was in Guttermouth for a while, which I guess he's not anymore, but they're recording an album, so. But he's not in it, so he's not. But, yeah, no, very cool. Very cool person. Like, total vlog goals. Anyway. Yeah, I just feel like even though even the most successful YouTubers still struggle with consistency, it's like, you have to at least show up sometimes, or at least like on a somewhat consistent basis, so people know how to get at you. Like, it's just so hit or miss. And the thing is, like, I mean, well, when I get to what I want to get to, then I'll point it out to you. I think it's sort of the bottom line with Kat, but yeah. And because it made it super old. That's the other thing. Like, okay, so she bought all this makeup, and it's like 5 years old now, and I don't understand. Like, I don't really use so much makeup, so like, one or two things can last me for a while. I don't know. Anyway, but then like, I don't buy a bunch of stuff to not use it. It's me. Anyway, I don't understand any of this stuff. It's so weird. Again, like, how do you spend $50,000 in 3 months? I don't know. Like, oh my god, that's a lot. Or it seems like a lot. Like, how? You would have to be like trying. Anyway, you know what? Let's move on. Okay, so this is the little listing of merchandise that she bought. Like some of her issues, but yeah, with her, it really goes too far, and he seems to have been going on her entire play bass for that enough. That's hot. I don't know, something about bass players, you know, or maybe I just like bass lines. Maybe that's just that. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, they say in like a pop psychology sort of way, not to like try to diagnose Kat, but they say that like people who like tend to have really extreme manifestations of these kind of issues usually had some kind of deprivation in their early life. So, like, you know, a tendency to like hoard stuff or like, you know, hoard money, you know. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't really know much about her early life. So, or her formative years or whatever. But yeah. I don't know. Like, not to say that these aren't common issues, but this is. I think that there is enough evidence and enough corroborated to say that it goes further than just inattention or like being inattentive to things or like not taking care of the things that you should. At a certain point, it becomes a deliberate like thing. Like the fact that she made up all these different pseudonames and fake names and with prepaid visas because she knew that shows intent to steal those bags after she rented them. She planned that. You know, that's premeditated, clearly. If it was just an impulsive thing, she wouldn't have all these like fake names like tied to these prepaid visas. You know, that's just common sense. You would only do that if something weird was going on and you didn't want to be held accountable for having the bags. It's very odd to say. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you didn't know about the Holly? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like there is a certain level where it's not just the yeah. Oh hey Diane, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know Hooker might still be on. So again, shout out to Hooker. Thank you for letting me plug what I'm doing and stuff. I appreciate it. We love Hooker here. And we love Diane. We love all you guys really. But yeah, no, that's yeah, that's kind of I mean, a lot of it might seem dry in the retelling, Holly, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is very, very shady and that is not in dispute whatsoever. Last time I sort of outlined the fact that she committed fraud multiple times using her deceased father's bank accounts with, well, I guess they were credit cards, I guess, and then reported the fraud to the bank. So she was reimbursed after spending like dozens of thousands of dollars. Yeah. Like dozens and dozens, like $65,000. That's still unaccounted for. So a lot of it is it's there's just a level where it's not even a lack of regulation or a lack of curtailing her own impulses. Because again, if it was impulse, then you would not see that kind of premeditated behavior or attempts to preempt detection. Oh well, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it if you do. But yeah, but we're gonna get to some whoppers in this one too, because Kat's been doing stuff like this since high school. She was arrested in high school for committing fraud against her mother. Right? I'm saying, like, I mean, oh my God, Holly, another one you might have missed. She actually, because she would sleep during the day, yeah, from an excuse for greed. Exactly. And personally, I feel that like that's just my opinion. I feel like greed is like the main kind of like thread through the whole thing. Um, yeah, yikes indeed. Um, because she would sleep during the day and be up at night. She would wait until her husband was asleep and then rifle through his stuff to find passwords and like find information to answer security questions so that she could reset passwords to his accounts. So even though he would try to keep her from accessing his bank accounts, she would find ways to do it because she would wait until he was asleep. That to me seems like a huge violation. I mean, I don't know how you treat someone that you claim to love that way. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so there's quite a few scenarios like that, and that's why I feel that people really have to know. Like, I mean, you didn't even know that, Holly, and you know like everything. Like, oh my god, I even have to like say the whole like ice Poseidon thing I wanted to mention to you. Okay, the reason that no one was talking about it at the time is because here's what happened. Okay, and I mean, and I can kind of relate to this. When you get like, okay, what happened with ice Poseidon? Okay, that whole like FBI raid of this house. Here's what happened. Okay, so one of these like gamer hacker people actually spoofed his phone number and then called a mayor's office in Florida and made bomb threats and made it look like it was coming from Ice Poseidon. Now the reason no one mentioned this at the time is because when you're like when you've been like impersonated or whatever, you really don't want to like you don't want to announce the methods by which someone's done that. That's why no one's really talked about it. But I know that I can talk to you guys about it because you're really smart. Like I don't tend to really I don't really attract usually I don't really attract the people who would be into or interested in doing something so shady. This is also another reason why doxing someone can put them at risk of so much. There's always something shady out there that can be done. Yeah. No, that's okay. I mean, the thing is, if you don't know this, Holly, I'm sure a lot of people like haven't been watching through and like really absorbing what I've been saying. So this is why like this stuff is really important. I feel that people know, but it's all good. This complicate things. Yeah, insecurity. Yeah, I think that's definitely that's a good point, Karina. Those callers have no soul. Yeah, yeah. It's all for the lulz, right? Mess. Ice Poseidon is a line. Well, yeah. Still, though, I mean, you have to make shit up. It's enough of an asshole. Yeah. Okay, so now that I hope that you guys see the sort of stakes at hand here, or that are at play here, and why I think it's important for you guys to know what's up. Things might not be someone that you want to get your information. Again, oh, Holly, you would know this. I know you probably remember this. Okay, the whole thing with Lori about she was compromised, her financial information was compromised, and there were the checks that were cashed in her name. You may not remember, but you probably do, where those checks were cashed, which was Arizona. I mean, like, do I have to spell this out for people? I hope that you guys see what I'm saying here. We're talking about Lori Green, by the way. All right. Okay. Anyway, so now that we have some context for this, hopefully there's no kisses. Here we go. Oh yeah, you don't know about the punk? Yeah. Oh my god. You know what? When I finish like organizing all my old hangouts, like I will let you guys. Like we need highlights for all this stuff because this is serious. This is all documented from years ago. For that, yeah, I raised my yeah. Just anything deep regarding her obvious issues. Yeah, the divorce and her current situation. So it could be incriminating. Yeah, there have also been mentions in the last two hangouts that I've done about this that there are felony charges currently in the works. Her. It's totally disconnected. Absolutely. Yeah, like I'm sorry, I'm not seeing in any of the like. You guys will get what I'm saying when I get to it. But we're almost there. But yeah. Okay, so this is after the necklaces that Larry didn't know about that Cat claimed were a gift. So we just outlined that. So we'll continue. All right. But I very good point, by the way, Karina. It does disconnect it. I just want to point that out. Okay. So on or about May 15th, 2018, husband allowed wife and a friend into his home to collect personal property. So her and Rory. Wife offered husband that if he allowed wife and her friend to take new unopened merchandise she purchased, she would sell the items online and deposit the funds in his PayPal account to be divided between them later. Husband agreed. Wife and her friend took 30 to 40 shopping bags full of merchandise to be sold online. Wife listed many items online for sale and sold some items. On May 31st, 2018, undersigned emailed wife's counsel, and the email is in the attachments. Okay, so will she get prison tattoos? Like, no, I just wondered for it. Yeah, oh my god. Speaking of which, did she really get on a scale to show YouTube how much she weighs? Girl. I don't know. Yeah, like we showed her the story and explained her, showed some insight, yes, into her apparent greed and had a plan of action to change, I could be more sympathetic. I feel like that's kind of what we're all waiting for, Karina. Like, we never get that, ever, from her. And then she wants to go after other people. You know? She'll get moments where she's feeling herself. And she feels that someone else might be at a disadvantage. So she starts talking all kinds of shit. And it's just like, you know what? You know what? Nah. Too much. Too much. Okay, so. Undersigned emailed wife's counsel. Undersigned is the lawyer writing all this. Nordini. Or not Nordini, sorry, the other guy. Oh my god. He keeps mentioning Nordini because that's... Oh, the other thing. Okay, Kat keeps saying that she doesn't have any counsel. She's had two lawyers. Anyway. Okay. No counsel. Anyway. Your client continues to refuse to give Larry access info to his PayPal account that only she possesses after he changed his account, or after she changed his account. As a consequence, Larry no longer has access to his own PayPal account. Worse, your client has passed nearly $100 in PayPal fees to Larry while reneging on her agreement to deposit sales to his account. I advise Larry to close his account altogether. She keeps asking for money and support based on promises, and then she sticks him. Our offer stands. He is not giving her anything else. If she wants to explain her pattern of misconduct to the judge, that is her choice. So, despite, and then it cites where this was written, which is then attached. Despite several demands, wife failed and refused to direct sales proceeds to husband's account. Husband estimated that wife took $60,000 to $120,000 worth of merchandise. On July 23rd, 2018, undersigned wrote to Mr. Miller in part the following, so her counsel. I believe, right? Yeah. Larry then agreed to allow your client and a friend she apparently pays, again, Rory, something we've said for years and which has been dismissed as like idle chatter, but it's showing up here. Larry then agreed to allow your client and a friend she apparently pays to visit his home and take merchandise to sell, which the parties agreed to split equally. As it turns out, she took 30 to 40 shopping bags of high-end cosmetics and other items, including one Chanel bag she acknowledges. Given all of the empty Chanel and Louis Vuitton bags and boxes, she must have taken more. We estimate she took $60,000 to $120,000 in merchandise. She never disclosed several websites on which she listed merchandise and never provided any accounting of what she took. Instead, despite our multiple demands, she has yet to disclose anything as to the merchandise she took, including sale proceeds. Further, once she realized some of her online activity was being monitored, she took immediate steps to hide all of her future activity. No doubt, she has been selling items. You guys get this? Like, see letter appended hereto as attachment U. These are how many attachments they have. They have to use U. They're at U at this point. The letter also noted wife's continued violations of the order of protection and reiterated demands for discovery responses. On August 29th, 2018, wife's counsel provided undersigned an alleged accounting of the items wife took and sold. Undersigned replied on September 11th, 2018, in part as follows. As to your client's list of all the merchandise she took from Larry's home, it is incredible. Below are the only items Kathy listed that we also confirmed she posted online for sale. 1 Urban Decay palette. Right, Holly? Like, people should be speechless over this. This is not some little thing. This is a huge deal. This is scary. Like, this is not normal, okay? Holy shit. Okay, 1 Dior eyeshadow quad, 7 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. The 5/28/18 online sale list actually includes 5 more, which she didn't account for. Chikahodu, I have no idea how to say that. Brush set, Noel collection listed on 5/29/18 online sale list. So, okay, that one, I guess, I'm assuming. La Mer lip treatment, Chanel handbag, listed on the 5/29/18 online sale list, Bates number, blah, 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 but no longer listed on any site. The constant violation is asking to get her Domino's. She just feels yeah, it's like another reaction. It's not that big a deal. I know, right? Scandalous shit. Scandalous life. Yep. Scandalous life. Oh my god. This is like Joanne the Scammer. This is crazy. Really. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so Kathy lists only 12 items that we know for certain that she also posted on sale online previously. However, our list of items that she posted online for sale totals 239. So 239 that they verified that she posted, and she only reported 12. Yeah, there's a stat over. You really have to fall very hard to learn. Yeah, like you can't do this to people. This is not someone who has tried to rip her off. This is someone that she has ripped off, and now she's crying foul because, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's not enough to just incur this kind of damage on him financially. Now she has to, like, try to ruin his reputation? He's been nothing but fair to her. From everything I've seen, that's actually backed up with some kind of proof. I mean, it's like, okay, it's like James Comey, when he was like, asked for that loyalty by Trump, he went home right after that and he wrote an account, a contemporaneous account, while it was fresh in his mind that very night. That's what you do. You keep documents when someone tries to fuck with you. When you think you might, be in some sketchy shit, you like keep documents. I hope we can all learn that from this. Yeah, crying foul because she got exactly, I mean, it's like being a drug dealer and then getting robbed and then trying to go to the police. Nah. Like, nah. Yeah, see all the way. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you guys are getting this. Like, this is not me being petty. I really think that people need to know this. It's like, if there were, like, court documents with, like, Tanya. And there might be one day. I've heard some stuff, you know. If that comes out, I will tell you guys about that too, because you need to know. Because these people pose like they're not a threat, and they are. Okay, so. All right. However, our list, already said that. Okay, where are the other items? Furthermore, consistent with Larry's claim all along, none of the other items listed in your letter have ever been posted online for sale. Our list for online sales items is complete through May 29th, 2018. See the notes below. She took items for which she has yet to account. Additionally, as of September 4th, 2018, Kathy posted additional items for sale online on eBay and Mercari that were never posted before and not on her list from you, including 72 new items for sale on Mercari. See enclosed printout. Okay, this is not stuff they're making up. They have documented this. The sticky fingers. Was that to Anna Nicole? How did I know it was? You didn't even have to answer. I already know the answer is yes. Now, that was amazing. Okay. So, 17 new items listed for sale on eBay. See enclosed printout. Consequently, there is nothing credible about Kathy's list, except that she has the items that she listed. No other credible conclusion can be drawn. She lied about what she took and then falsified her list. Oh, like the glamorous. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works too. Oh man, if my shit wasn't busted, I would probably play there. It would be perfect. Oh man, we'll get there. I promise. We're gonna have our petty on point. I swear to God, we will get there. Okay, so further, okay, she lied about what she took and then falsified her list. There is no other rational explanation. Again, just using logic. Yeah, that's it. That's the only possible, like, you don't need receipts for everything. You can just, like, you can reason things through. Okay. Further, the value she gives the Chanel handbag, $1,000, is unreasonable. If she wishes to sell such handbags for that much after this matter is over, I have a buyer. To respond to her counter offer, Larry rejects all her terms. Rather, he modifies his initial offer. Larry offers that Kathy keep one other bond, one she can negotiate now for your fees, and he offers to increase spousal maintenance to $700 a month. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, because I know that YouTube is very, like, inconsistent. I just make sure you guys know, Holly just said, I received my refund on February 26th. So yikes, timeline. Yeah, for real. Like, that had to be, did you buy it from Mercari or eBay or, I don't know, you don't have to tell us. I guess I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's probably one of them. Oh my god, it's hot. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on. Sorry, in a minute. Ugh, it's been so, like, sticky too. It's awful. Ugh. So un-northwesternly. Anyway. Poshmark. Okay. All right. So, not what they specifically said, but they were monitoring her stuff. So, yeah. That's the thing. Like, this is stuff that has directly impacted people who have been here, watching the whole thing. This is not something that's irrelevant by any means. Like, yeah, some of you, like, have been affected by the things that I'm reading off right now. I'm sorry, I just want to reiterate this because, like, this is not about being petty. This is not about hating Cat. I'm just saying. We don't do that here. You know? Not worth it. Okay. So, he offers to increase spousal maintenance to $700 a month. $700 a month. Think about that. In Arizona. Oh, hey, Blake. Welcome. Thank you. Glad you're watching. Okay, this means the bonds are split, 3 each. Larry packs all her merchandise and stuff. It can be picked up almost immediately. She can keep her furniture. These terms ignore the $30,000 in diamond jewelry she must have taken. Okay, all of this does not add up to someone who is trying to screw someone over in a divorce. Okay, then this is someone that's just letting go of $30,000 worth of jewelry. But he's the asshole? Okay. Wife attempted to defraud husband again. On July 12th, hey, that's my birthday. On July 12th, 2018, undersigned wrote to wife's counsel to confirm wife's deposits of parts of her inheritance to husband's personal and business account. Or personal/business account. So, please find enclosed a copy of the check from your client made payable to Lionsgate Technology on May 18th, 2014, showing the $285,000 deposit made. Outside of this deposit and the wire transfer from the sale of the Minnesota condo, it is my understanding that your client has made no other deposits to my client's account. How much on jewelry? $30,000. That he just took as a loss. Yeah, that was towards the end of last time. She bought 3 different pieces of jewelry. He thought they were necklaces, and it was a necklace, earrings, and a bracelet. $30,000 worth. He had no idea, and she claims that they were a gift. And as his lawyer points out, if they were a gift, he would know what the fucking jewelry was, or like what the pieces were, rather. Yeah, 30,000, just like nothing. Not even contesting that, just letting that go completely. But this is someone who's been screwing her over for like over a year, right? Okay. Oh, she wore the diamonds to Vegas on Dave's stream. Just saying. What? Holy shit. Can someone get me a link to which one? Like, do you guys have the timestamp? Oh my god. Okay, like, this is playing out right in front of us. Holy shit. Yeah, happy paper. Yeah. He didn't know it, but he did. Those were hers. Well, I didn't know they were. Well, God. Yeah, for real. Yeah, if someone can get that to me, I would appreciate that. Yeah. Interesting, huh? Shall we continue? I believe we shall. Okay. So, outside of this deposit and the wire transfer from the sale of the Minnesota condo, it is my understanding that your client has made no other deposits to my client's account. As you will note, no, as you will note, your client wrote this check out to her father's U.S. bank account ending 7734, which has popped up on this channel. The last four numbers of your account reveal nothing. No one can do anything with that. There's nothing violating anything by saying those last four numbers. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, fuck the priorities. Yeah. I was long and you took two down already. Yeah. Well, I guess shout out to Dave. He's watching, apparently. Hours long is yeah. The Lynchian take. I appreciate it. And your reiteration of it is classic. Anyway, back to the fuckery. Okay. I am demanding disclosure of this account as outlined in the enclosed request for production of documents. So, yep, waves, you know. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god. And that and the camo, I liked how it switched off a little bit. You know, a little variation. I should do that more. I should have more variation. I have to get a backdrop, but not one of those. But something cool though. Yeah, wasn't that awesome? Amazing. I think I'm gonna fart. That was dumb. Yeah, I mean, and it was a cool place. They should have shut that off. I get it, but yeah, it took them a while to do that too. Like, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Back to this. Okay. On August 14th, 2018, wife's counsel responded, claiming that wife made more deposits from her father's TD Ameritrade account than husband found. See letter appended hereto as attachment V. Okay, account statements from wife attached to counsel's letter were partial, revealing that information was deleted. I can't, like, I got one back. That one that was sitting there. Duh. Yeah. Seasick. Yeah. Okay. Discovery produced copies of checks wife signed under a power of attorney, directing the deposits to her father's account with U.S. Bank, not husband's account. These circumstances appear to be another effort by wife to deceive. Who wants planning except for Mercy stream here? On camp. Yeah, that's how they. Yeah, that's how they initially. That's what they said initially, but then it ended up being, 56K connections staring at, some chairs for like 8 hours. Yeah. A little bit, I mean, yeah, you could say that. You could say that, definitely. Mm-hmm. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, major confusion, definitely. Again, sort of like this, the claims fall short of the reality. People find each other, right? Gravitate towards what you are. I don't know. Anyway, on December 7th, 2018, undersigned wrote to Mr. Nordini, which is her second counsel, informing that wife caused husband's AT&T account to accrue over $6,300 in charges in a month. Wife denied that such charges were incurred. Undersigned provided Mr. Nordini with the notice husband received from AT&T. Again, this may not be like direct evidence, but like contemporaneous accounts definitely give you more of a claim and more validity to your claim than nothing. Was Dave really trying to play that black backdrop? Was real? No, I don't think so. Yeah. First I thought, yeah, me too. I was like, what? I don't know. The thing is, it was a really nice place. Like it was pretty fucking cool. Like they could have just shown the fucking place. I would have. Like, what's the? I mean, there was not like reason to not. Whatever. Anyway, I'm saying yes. Really. See, every time I tuned in, it was just emptiness. So I don't know what he claimed. Mess. Oh my god. Okay. So 8. In her disclosure of June 19th, 2018, wife claims all iTunes charges are fraud. Husband does not have an iTunes account, but wife does. Wife made similar purchases with her father's US bank account in 2014, which she also claimed as fraud, resulting in a credit from the bank. Wife's pattern continues here, referring to what I explained earlier. And again, using the last 4 digits of an account gives no information whatsoever, no like sensitive information whatsoever. So people try to talk like, oh, there could be some legal fallout from referring to an account's last 4 digits, but these people don't know what they're talking about when they say things like that. Like, you should actually do your research, do your homework, and figure out what the hell is up before you make these kind of like vague legalistic threats. This cool padrock. I'm saying. Yeah, right? Or at least there's that. What? Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. Quite a few felonies have been outlined in these papers in the last 2 hangouts that we've had about this. Yeah. Again, certain point, you see indications of premeditation that they just can't be explained away. There's just no other explanation. She's a con artist. That's it. I mean, that's. I mean, what? I don't know how this could be any plainer. But yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that you guys are picking up on this. So H. We're at H now. Part H. Other inconsistent positions of wife and Mr. Nordini, which was the second counsel that she hired. Again, not the counsel that the her husband's representation referred her to, which was pretty good. Like from what I've seen, like doing right by her. There wasn't a conflict of interest. Again, if he was trying to screw her over, he would have said, just let my lawyer handle everything. It'll be cheaper. You can trust me. That is what's happening with Wendy Williams right now, or happened in the immediate past. Anyway, a grifter, yes, very much so. Her whole life, really. And again, it's like there's only so much that you can explain away by, oh, she just wasn't thinking, oh, it was impulsive. No, like this is a pattern of behavior. Like how many times before, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Like, how many times before this is just her character? How many misunderstandings can it be? I mean, look, I'm someone who has misunderstandings with people all the time. But like, come on, like, but like, I'm not shady. So there's too much. It just makes there's no other way to put it together that would actually make sense. Yep, Z99 by the time it's over. It's true. Like, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so inconsistent positions. Okay, on June 5th, 2018, undersigned wrote to wife's counsel. See attachment N. After service of process on wife, husband gave wife over $12,000 in support and for attorney's fees. Oh my god, thank you, Evelyn. Appreciate that. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe for all the fucking homework I have to do with this stuff. I annotated this stuff this time so that we can be clear on what we're talking about. And like, I'm glad that like it's actually making an impact with you guys, because I know that a lot of it is like legalese, but it really does directly relate to stuff that has happened right here that we've seen go down on this channel. Appreciate it. Thank you. I try. Okay. See, there's a lot of stuff you gotta do. to have a channel that's like worth watching or worth shit, you know? You can't just waste people's time. Unless some people. Anyway, should I get shadier? Nah, we'll leave that for Cat. Oh, no problem. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate it. Okay, okay, husband gave wife over $12,000 in support for attorney's fees, or in support and for attorney's fees. Between June and September 2018, when wife claimed she was desperate for financial support, wife spent about $50,000, including expenses for which she and a friend from Las Vegas at an Airbnb, or for which, or from, okay, it just ends, from Las Vegas at an Airbnb, who is a former exotic dancer. This is Rory, and she stated this is not a secret. No shade, no, I don't shame dancers, whatever. Dancing's fun. Get it how you live it. Other people she has yelled over the years for shit she's done and worse. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is crazy. And I'm sorry, but like calling him for Domino's? Like, what? You can't figure out how to order Domino's? I don't, like, and Domino's, ugh, I don't know. Domino's, Pizza Hut, what's with these people? I don't get it. Anyway. Okay. Okay, so her and a friend who is a former exotic dancer made a payment to CarMax Auto Finance for an unknown person. Wife does not own a car or drive. Transferred over $1,000 to her friend from Las Vegas. Paid $500 through PayPal to an unknown account. And she has no accounts, by the way. She has no bank accounts. Yeah, this was stated earlier in these documents. Yeah, $50,000 there. Yep. I mean, they just said what? Oh yeah, for to rent a car when she doesn't drive. Doesn't know how to drive, which is weird. Yeah. Okay, so $500 to PayPal to an unknown account, probably another friend. Teacup Pup, that was the name on the account. I don't know who that could be. Does anyone know who that could be? Does anyone go by Teacup Pup? Now I'm curious. Like, it's weird. Teacup Pup. Is that anyone from here? This car, no license. Yeah, doesn't even know how to drive. Has said publicly several times does not know how to drive. Again, this makes no goddamn sense. And then she comes on here saying that this guy's been trying to screw her over. She purchased a dog. Oh, so it was for the dog. Okay. The dog that now she wants other people to pay the shots for. Okay. You know, she wants other people to pay to neuter. That makes sense. Yeah. So that dog cost her $500. Yep. Do you guys see? Again, it makes no sense. This is someone strapped for cash. Like a parent. I feel like she needs serious discipline and some long way to come. I'm saying, right? Hey, what's up, Dallas? Welcome. Can't she know the time? Hey, I mean, does she have to? I don't know. Isn't that one of the things she's always talking about? Like that and the eye color thing. Oh, Holly, you might have missed this too. Kat actually paid to get eye color changing surgery. Paid $10,000 up front and never went through with the surgery because her husband put a stop to it because it was crazy. She was going to some weird Mexico clinic to do it, just so that she wouldn't have brown eyes. And isn't it weird that she's always talking about Lindy having brown eyes? That was always so bizarre to me. She's like, "Oh, you black-eyed stalker." What? What a bizarre thing to say. I don't know. She might be. Yeah, I'm not that type of person. Kind of a wild child myself. Me too, Karina. Like, that's the thing. I am not the person who should be, like, calling someone out for being responsible. That should be Punk, okay? He's, like, the adult in the room, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you know, I'm a mess. Like, I should not, but, like, holy shit. Like, you know, if she were just a mess, it would not be this bad still. She would just be, like, messy. But it wouldn't be, like, fucking, you know, putting together a complex ploy to, you know, fucking steal luxury bags, you know, like that's not being a mess, that's being a fucking crook. I heard that sent me chills. Thank God he stopped it. She could have been hurt. Yeah, for real. Dog neuter. Yep. Yep, that's where we are. Oh, after this. Oh, yeah, she might. I mean, or at least on YouTube, she'll say she might have to. Yeah, Kenny's punk. Yeah. No, you would run. Yes, you are. You are the adult in the room. I mean, you can grow arugula. So, yeah, you are. You were a lifeguard, for God's sake. Come on now. Shit, you were a Boy Scout, okay? You were the adult in the room. Too bad. Yeah, or not the top of the job. Oh, you're okay. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It like automatically puts up the most popular ones. Yeah, but if more people subscribe, then hopefully it'll be, or more people watch them, hopefully pop up too. But yeah, I don't know why it does that automatically, but thank you. Yeah, that would be a good idea. If YouTube would implement it, that'd be great. But thank you. Yeah, my viewership is awesome. Like, you guys fucking rock. Because my side chat is the best. Like, I keep saying this is the fucking best side chat. It just is. You guys rock. It's awesome fest, totally. Yeah. Ball and ovarian. Yep. That's what we're talking. An Eagle Scout. Yeah, my dad was an Eagle Scout. But they're not a Scout. Oh, why thank you, Milky Way. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them this. He got thrown out for what? Making out with the Scout leader's daughter? Is that what they're called? Scout leaders? Hot. Anyway. Okay, so. Okay, oh, paid over. Okay, we're still talking about PayPal. Paid over $3,000 through PayPal to an account MTIMM713. Wait, that sounds like MTIM713. Scoutmaster. There you go. Oh, I thank you, Milky Way. Okay, so a friend's account. Husband maintained wife's cell phone. Maintained wife's cell phone. $125 per month, plus the $6,359.96. And healthcare coverage, $384.64 a month. This is not like as far as I understand, he's not asking to be reimbursed for any of this. But this is someone who's been trying to screw her over. That's not the scouty word. I think it is. It's hot. God, what a fucking nerd. What a nerd. Anyway. Okay. Husband also advanced wife costs to travel to Arizona for mediation. Another $1,800. My lord, she's needy. She doesn't go shopping as well as she is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shit happens. That's the sexiest reason to be kicked out of Boy Scouts. Anyway. Oh, and then paid the mediator $1,440. During mediation before Judge Butoff, neither wife nor her counsel made any demands for immediate support or for fees or costs to litigate. So he did this of his own volition. They didn't even ask for that. He just did it. But again, this is someone who's trying to like rip her off, who doesn't even quibble over $30,000 worth of jewelry. I don't like. It doesn't. How does this make sense? Does this make sense to anyone? I don't even know. I don't know what the buzz is on me. Or this stuff, I don't know. Fallen. That's true, Eric. Very true. Oh god, did you guys see that? Why does this remind me of stuff? Okay, the thing about the limo ride that Dave had to pay for people were throwing up. The limo ride to nowhere. Sorry, this shit's funny. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, again, all this stuff adds up to a very different story than the one that she's put forth. Anyway. Okay. Oh, yeah. Indeed, both asserted that wife was obtaining loans for litigation costs, ergo not asking him to pay for them, but he paid. Again, some kind of train. Wife subsequently emailed husband on December 23rd, 2018, that friends of her in Las Vegas offered to loan her money to fund her alleged claims here. Again, saying she didn't need him to pay for her litigation or counsel. And then she comes on here crying and saying that he screwed her out of it. You know what? It's like, this is emotionally exhausting. I hope we actually, like, this is just, I'm trying to warn people. This is, like, it's upsetting at a certain point. On August 11th, 2018, wife emailed husband in violation of the order of protection, stating in part, I trust you, Ari, husband, not on everything, but with money I do. I would like you to control my money and give me a certain amount per month, and I would pay you a fee to do so. By the time I got to that point, like the first time I read this, I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? More informed than her BS than she knows. Yeah. Again. So this is someone. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is someone who is trying to screw her over, who, pulled some like shiesty bullshit with the lawyers to get himself a better deal, who's given her all of these allowances that he isn't contesting, even though they're sizable sums of money. And yeah, mindfuck, exactly. Yeah, and then she turns around and says, I want you to manage my money. Give me a monthly allowance, and I'll pay you a fee to do so. And she comes on here and says that this is someone who's money hungry and who's like, money grubbing, who's trying to take her inheritance, who's trying to take all of her money, all of her bonds, when he tried to split them evenly. I mean, come on. That's the thing. She thinks she's sneaky. Yeah. I mean, again, this is stuff that you can't just make up. Like, there are attachments that show that this is verified, okay? These are receipts. This is what receipts are, okay? I'm not yeah, it is his side, but it's not stuff he's just making up out of nowhere like she appears to be doing on her YouTube channel. Is that he owes $150K or in back taxes. That may be true. I mean, I don't know. But I'm not sure how it would concern her. Or is it would she be held responsible for that as well? Because I mean, I know that if you're married, then, and if you have debt, that you're both responsible for it. But I don't know. That's why it's important to know who you're marrying. You would think it's in the documents. Okay. I have to get to that because yeah, there's a lot to. Yeah, I guess I didn't get to that part. Or there's a lot. Yeah, but I'm not really sure. Okay, what's your concern? What kind of smart business? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if that's addressed, I'm sure we'll get to it. But yeah. So far from sneaky, your BS is so out now. I hope so. I mean, I hope people get that. This is not just some petty thing. I know Kat and Lindy have been going back and forth, and that Lindy's been reading out some of this, but I'm not going back and forth with Kat. I want people to know the facts, and I want people to see and use their brains and critical thinking skills to understand what's going on in reality versus a sob story that they're hearing, which doesn't really add up with the known facts, So my thing is I wanted to sort of cover this from a slightly different perspective, but yeah. I mean that. Yeah, I can't really answer that. I don't know. These things can be complicated. Could be an accountant, an accounting error. I mean, there's a lot of things it could be. I don't know how that kind of stuff works. I'm not, especially in Arizona, which is a kind of a strange state anyway. Anyway, okay. All right, so right after this thing about wanting to carry the money and give her a monthly allowance, they say wife's numerous allegations against husband since are contrary to this personal email to her husband or from her to husband. Yeah. Great. Now after months, wife apparently seeks a guardianship for herself. Wife has her own online business and actively participated in all stages of this litigation. Offered divorce. Gives much of her money covers his taxes. Yeah, well, I mean, but she spent a lot of her money. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like, she spent a lot of money. So, especially when it's commingled in the same account, it's hard to keep track of, like, okay, inheritances are like sole and separate. So, like, if you have a sizable inheritance and you're married, generally you kind of keep it separate because it's yours. That's not, it doesn't usually go into like community property. Anyway, obscene amounts of money. Yeah. Oh no, it's all good. Like, yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, I think it's more like okay, if he's liable for that, that's fine. And I don't know. Like, I mean, is he a smart businessman? I have no idea. And I really couldn't say. I'm headed to bed. Have a great night. Okay. Oh, thank you, Holly. Yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, so I don't know you lost your lunch. I'll come back and like I'll fix that. That's so weird. Sorry about that. But yeah, yeah. Wait. Drawing divorce out to last the marriage, so when it's off, she gets more money. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and again, like Tess came up on here and said earlier, or last time rather, it would be counted from when he filed for divorce. So it would be 8 years. She can't drag it out to be 10 years and then try to, take a portion of the Social Security. It's just not going to work. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why she actually fired her first counsel, because he probably said something like that and she didn't like it. And, night. Yeah, well, I'm glad I could catch you up, Holly. Because, yeah, I know a lot of people feel some type of way about all this stuff, but it is relevant, I feel. I would make that. Have a good night. Anyway, okay, all right. Now, after months, wife apparently seeks a guardianship for herself. Wife has had her own online business and actively participated in all stages of this litigation, even refusing to respond to discovery requests. On January 22nd of 2019, Mr. Nordini emailed undersigned and Mr. Miller about his concerns that wife asked Mr. Miller to attempt to settle this matter after Mr. Nordini moved to withdraw. A client is always free to hire whoever, whenever, to do whatever, so long as the scope of the representation is legal. Plainly, Mr. Nordini's email was passive-aggressive. Oh my god, she even found a passive-aggressive lawyer. Yeah, those man has issues to take it for herself. No one's perfect, thus we can do it to attract the level of health we have. That's a good point. Good point, Karina. That being said, doesn't take away from all the cats out of control. Oh, hey, Shauna, what's up? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know that you're like cool with cats. I know that this might be causing some tension, so I apologize for that if that's the case. But yeah, I hope that this can sort of be a wake-up call in a way, because this is not stuff to be. I know. My intentions in this are not malicious. I hope I've made that clear. Because again, thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. But I understand if it might be a bit uncomfortable for you. Okay, so. But yeah, plainly Mr. Nordini's email is passive-aggressive. Undersigned responded as follows. I suggest you check yourself again. Ooh, shady. Okay. At mediation, you never raised any issues as to your client's capacity. Your client's capacity. Neither did Judge Budoff. Also, you asserted she needed no financial assistance because she had people loaning her money for your fees, costs, and experts. Further, after mediation, you stated you would provide disclosure I have requested multiple times since, yet you have disclosed nothing. Finally, before you go filing anything on behalf of Ms. Klein, you may consider talking to her. If anything, you may have accomplished an impossibility to resolving this matter informally, which arguably is contrary to Ms. Klein's wishes and interests. You know, I mean, that's pretty, does it make sense to everyone, or are we is what he's saying here? Okay, see email string appended here to as attachment W. Then Mr. Nordini filed his instant motion. Upon undersigned's receipt of the instant motion, he emailed same to Judge Budoff, the mediator in this matter, and stated the following. I hate to involve you in this matter again, but feel there is little choice. Mr. Nordini filed the attached motion. He makes assertions as to his client's physical and mental health. You spent much, if not most, of a day observing and engaging with wife. I ask if you are willing to write to the parties as to your observations relative to wife's physical and mental health during the mediation. My concern is that there is no factual basis for the assertions, and thus improper conduct and baseless assertions being presented to the court. Indeed, though limited, neither my clients nor I observed anything from wife supporting the assertions. Despite Mr. Nordini's objection, Judge Budoff responded as follows. Suffice it to say that if I concluded that wife had or was not competent to participate in this settlement conference and ultimately to execute an agreement if one was reached, which it was not, I would have terminated the session. Certainly, Judge Budoff saw no basis for a guardianship in mid-December, 2 months ago. Further, undersigned understands that wife consulted Mr. Nordini during negotiations in January and February 2019, and that he supported wife settling the matter. I feel like this is very clear, and it makes no sense. Okay, section 2, argument. The facts above. Okay, this is what I was saying. Like, this is what this is all coming together to spell out. Okay? Now, when you and I and all of us, when we say this, it doesn't carry the weight that a lawyer saying it in a court document and filing it has. Argument. The facts above reveal wife to be a con artist. She has conned people her entire life. At one point, she told husband she was arrested in high school for writing bad checks on her mother's checking account. To aggravate these circumstances, Mr. Nordini's underlying motion suggests a fundamental lack of competence. The motion fails to cite or comply with the applicable statutes and rules. Procedurally, husband urges the court to summarily deny the motion. Considering the allegations of the motion, few relevant or credible facts are asserted, certainly nothing that credibly refutes any of what is stated and substantiated above. Thus, there is also no factual basis for the motion. More particularly, the only authorities cited for the motion are several ethics rules of the rules of the Supreme Court of Arizona related to the regulation of the practice of law. Such rules do not govern the essential elements of or the procedure for causes of action in this court. Mr. Nordini's citation to these rules is inopposite. As to the claims contempt sought, the motion fails for the following reasons. 1, it is not a petition as required by Rule 92, blah, 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 blah. 2, no order of show cause or order to appear was provided to the court or issued by the court as required by Rule 92, blah, 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 blah. Wife failed to have husband personally served with the motion and an order as required by Rule 92, blah, blah, blah. And 4, the motion fails to comply with certain provisions of Rule 91, blah, 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 blah. These same requirements are outlined in blah, 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 legally said, I don't understand. Finally, there is no credible factual basis for contempt. Wife's request for contempt should be denied. Similarly, as to temporary support, the motion fails for the following reasons. No order to appear was provided to the court or issued by the court, as is required. Wife failed to have husband personally served with a motion. There is no affidavit of financial information was provided to husband, as required. Further, the motion offers little more than vague and conclusory assertions in support. It ignores that wife spent tens of thousands of dollars on who knows what, except her attorney and legal expenses. It ignores that she has refused to disclose the status and location of tens of thousands of other dollars only she has access to. It ignores that wife has refused to disclose income from her business. It ignores that wife has tens of thousands of dollars of merchandise that she has been selling but has refused to account for. It ignores that wife has been giving money to others when she claims she has no money for herself. It ignores that during mediation, neither wife nor her counsel made any demand for immediate support or for fees or costs to litigate. It ignores wife's recent repeated assertion that she has friends loaning her money to advance her alleged claims here. It ignores that wife has traveled back and forth between Arizona and Nevada multiple times in recent months, contrary to her claim that she is physically unable to travel, and contrary to her claim that she lacks funds to travel. It fails to offer any basis at all for amounts she claims to support medical expenses, attorney fees, and litigation costs. It ignores that wife has repeatedly refused to provide medical records substantiating her recent claim to physical incapacity. It ignores the impression of wife's former attorney and Judge Budoff that wife demonstrates no incompetence, as Mr. Nordini claims is obvious. And it ignores husband's significant waste claim that is only realistically secured by wife's bonds and coins. Husband ought not to be compelled to subsidize wife's poor decisions in mismanaging her assets, funds, and income. Husband urges that wife's requested relief be denied. As to Mr. Nordini's request for a guardianship, no factual or legal basis exists for a guardianship. Perhaps, moreover, undersigned doubts counsel fully explain to wife the implications of such a request. Regardless, the request appears to be a last-ditch effort by wife to needlessly delay this matter. This is not stuff that's coming out of nowhere. It's just actually finally being corroborated by something with, actual documents. Okay? Judge Budoff, the mediator the parties saw about 2 months ago, recently communicated to counsel that he saw no basis to conclude that wife was incompetent during the mediation. Otherwise, wife presents nothing justifying a finding or conclusion that she lacks capacity to understand these proceedings and effectively participate. Indeed, wife has vigorously participated in this matter throughout and apparently consulted with Mr. Nordini during recent negotiations to settle this matter, who supported at one point wife settling the case. If Mr. Nordini really felt that wife lacked capacity, how could he participate in negotiations or advocate settlement? Again, this is a logic kind of thing. You can reach that conclusion yourself. If someone is incompetent to make these kinds of decisions, why would you, that impeaches your own judgment, you know? It makes no sense. Okay, even so, it is apparent wife has a significant spending problem, as well as a significant proclivity to misrepresent and ignore the law and court orders. Based on these considerations, it may be that wife should be appointed a conservator. Such an appointment could be accomplished by a consolidation of this matter with a conservatorship before the probate court, where the public fiduciary could be appointed to, is that right? I don't know, that sounds weird. But anyway, could be appointed to preserve and make decisions relative to wife's assets, incomes, and expenses. Further, such an appointment would minimize the risk of wife seeking to set aside a final order in this matter. Finally, as to Mr. Nordini's intent to have undersigned removed from this case, His claim is defamatory and based on rank speculation, vague and conclusory assertions, and misrepresentations. No doubt, if Mr. Miller, her first counsel, or Judge Budoff had an issue with the undersigned's conduct here, each would have raised an issue. Perhaps, moreover, Mr. Nordini's claim evokes serious doubt about his competency, or about his competence and honesty. While Mr. Nordini, again, this is her counsel we're talking about, complains mightily about undersigned engaging in negotiations with Mr. Miller, the first attorney, who represented wife for purposes of settlement upon Mr. Nordini filing his motion to withdraw. His contentions reveal a complete misunderstanding of a client's right to hire whoever, whenever, for whatever purpose that is legal. Wife sought counsel from Mr. Miller to settle the case, as he states in his response to the underlying motion. Mr. Miller communicated his authority to undersigned, and negotiations began. A more useful inquiry might be why Mr. Nordini is suddenly so intent on remaining in this matter, despite wife not objecting to his withdrawal motion. In any event, Mr. Nordini fails to substantiate a single assertion supporting his allegations that undersigned acted either unprofessionally or unethically, even less to justify removal from the case. So they were trying to have the husband's oh my god. They're trying to have his lawyer taken off the case by making baseless assertions that he was unethical. Okay. Undersigned urges the court to deny the motion and award fees against wife and Mr. Nordini personally. Because Mr. Nordini verified the allegations of the motion himself, he verified the veracity of each of his statements. Many were either wrong or false. The integrity of the process and the legal profession warrant him being sanctioned. Okay, like, this is another level, okay? Warrant him being sanctioned. Again, this is not something that happens lightly. Like, this is, oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, I just have to, the integrity of the process and the legal profession warrant him being sanctioned. If, on the other hand, this court has any inclination to seriously consider the underlying motion, husband requests a trial to be set on the motion. Respectfully submitted this 22nd day of February 2019. So this is before she even came to YouTube to tell you guys that she was all, like, you know, being exploited and taken advantage of, and that she was, you know, before all that. Now, I'm not gonna read all this. I don't know if we'll see how much of this we get through, but the first attachment is from the letterhead, just the offices of Hildebrand Law, filed or sent or dated April 13th, 2018, to Kathleen Klein. Dear Miss Klein, I represent your husband in the above dissolution of marriage action that we recently filed. I apologize if this is a surprise. With you and your attorney's participation, I feel we will be able to resolve the issue in this matter without needless litigation or conflict. For now, I request your cooperation. I am aware of a history of conflict and violence by you against Larry, including threats you made towards him, his business, and property. You may recall, indeed. Oh my god. Yeah, wow. Of course they are. Thanks, okay, so you may recall Larry obtained an order of protection against you previously when you physically assaulted him. So again, this is referring to a past event. This is documenting that and referring to, I assume, more documentation of that happening contemporaneously. So again, contemporaneous accounts matter. Okay, documenting stuff matters. It may not, you don't have to get everything signed by a notary, but like, it definitely gives you more of a case. Like, It makes a difference. Okay, even though it may not hold up to like it's not like a criminal case. So well, like at this point, so it doesn't have to hold up to those same standards, but it's important. Okay. Okay. So when you physically assaulted him, I'm also aware that you have financial resources and a condo in Florida. Therefore, I am asking you to collect some of your personal property tonight and vacate Larry's home. Please be aware that should you harass or threaten Larry in any manner, he will immediately call 911. So this is interesting. This is because haven't we heard from Kat that the cops came out of nowhere, served her an order of or a restraining order, and she had to leave? But this is before that, and said that if she harassed or threatened Larry, he would call 911. Was followed after she. What? Wait. Okay. Oh, is that what they're saying now? Yeah, these people are crazy. Okay. Okay, so he will immediately call 911. Such conduct is domestic violence, and we cannot tolerate any of such behavior. We wish to avoid such a circumstance. Again, this is not someone being tossed out on the street. The comedy. Yep. Oh my god. And how? To help you leave, Larry is giving you a $500 Visa card to use as you wish. Larry has also obtained and paid for a hotel reservation for you for a week. These means should be sufficient until you decide a longer term residence, which may be your Florida condo. Larry had the condo cleaned and then utilities turned on for you. Finally, Larry retrieved one of your bonds and is giving it to you now, so you have access to some of your assets immediately. This is someone who was saying that she was thrown out on the street with nothing. The bond is worth, I expect you will need to go to a bank and open an account to negotiate the bond. The bond is worth more than $20,000. This is all in addition to your Social Security income and other assets you inherited from your father. Accordingly, you no longer have access to Larry's accounts or cards. While Larry has attempted for years to insulate his accounts and cards from you with little to no success, any access by you going forward will be viewed and acted upon as a criminal act. That is theft. Pretty straightforward, right? Please refrain from doing anything as to Larry's accounts or cards. Oh, hey, what's up, Batch? How you doing? So again, this is pretty straightforward, and this is not someone who was just being tossed out on her ass. This is someone who got $30,000 or over $20,000 rather, dollars that she had immediate access to, $500 of a Visa on a Visa account, and a week paid for in a hotel. This is not someone who was kicked out on her ass. Oh, I'm good. How are you? How's it going? But this and this was not the story that she told us. She said that she came on here on YouTube saying that she was escorted out by the police with no warning whatsoever. And again, does this sound, are these the actions of someone who is trying to exploit and take all her money? Like, had the fucking condo cleaned for her, had the utilities turned on. But yeah, this is someone who's just, leaving her to die. Paid for her phone expenses, paid for her medical expenses, but yeah, she's being exploited right here. She's being marginalized. I did that. You guys tell me. No doubt you will not have time tonight to collect all your personal property and assets. Tonight is not the time to do so. The preliminary injunction in place by the filing of the dissolution helps preserve your assets as well as Larry's. We will all work together after tonight to sort out the property and debts. Tonight is about having you served and having you leave Larry's home. Nah, having you leave Larry's home. Accordingly, I urge you to coordinate with Larry in the future for you to revisit his home and collect your other property. You must also coordinate a police civil standby to ensure that there are no avoidable issues. This is all reasonable. Like, there's nothing unreasonable about this. This is what you would expect. Going forward, we wish, or sorry, what? Nice. Oh, hey, David Gomes. What's up? I'll just say about the MBS. The BS she told me, and she told me about me and shit. I was doing some of that. Do you want a link? Oh, you know what? Let me, because I always forget to do this. Let me make sure that my little YouTube Messenger link is in the chat, and anyone can do this, by the way. You can add me through this, and then if you want to come on the panel, it's like way easier to get to, or to let you, or send you the link to come on here and blah 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 blah. Okay, make sure I get this. Whoa, did that just happen, or? Copy invite link. She wasn't wonderful, of course. Okay, so if you just click that and add me on there, it's way easier to like get at you and send you like free. Oh, wait. I know you're on Twitter, guys. Oh my god. I'm not ready to talk. I want to put everything together before I talk. Okay. All right. Spice Chrome use Firefox. Oh. Well, that should be okay. I mean, you can use it through the app too, so I would think that I think you'd be able to use it through, I don't think it's like browser dependent, but hey, you do you. Okay. Okay, well, if in the future you do feel that you want to come on and speak on this, then open invitation. I understand, though. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, so, oh, goodness. I mean, I gotta say, like, after watching Adam LaRue's, like, live stream and how many people were, like, supportive and positive, and, like, how many, like, engaged people were and how many views he got, like, 1,500 people watching. Like, it just seems like, you really don't need to. I mean, he got that without any stunts or anything. Like, you didn't do any crazy thing that, I don't know. I just think it's a bit overrated. Like, we don't have to have people follow his home just for people to care. I don't know if that is in fact the case. Oh, hey, Bunny, what's up? Yeah, why on earth does she have no bank? Yeah, no driver's license. It's really extreme case of stunt. I know, or like it's super like shady and sketchy. Like to not have anything, like that's bizarre. It's still bizarre. It's always been bizarre, but yeah, has to be reiterated. Yeah, hey Bunny, how you doing? On fire. Oh, that's how they get you, right? That sucks. Sorry to hear it. Well, if you have the app or anything, maybe I know you can use it on there. Kind of. I'm so bad at this. And you know what sucks? They don't have like I just realized they don't have notifications for like if you post something on community post and people respond to it, you don't get notifications for that. So I'm sorry if people have been responding to my community post and I haven't even realized. I'm not trying to ignore you. They don't have they're not consistent. When it comes YouTube, it sucks. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore anyone. So sorry about that. Like leave Lindy. Oh, are they still talking about Lindy? Oh my god. Yeah, Lindy has been crucified enough. Yeah, for real. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't. Every time she goes back to Lindy, she's kind of obsessed with Lindy. Like she's always the victim, and it's always like Lindy, Lindy, Lindy. But like, I haven't really heard Lindy, like aside from actually like defending herself and like pointing out some inconsistencies, I haven't heard Lindy like say anything about Kat. Like nothing that it's bizarre to me that she keeps going back to that. Anyway, they're trashing her on Mallory's and blocking Amy defense her. Oh my god. I mean, again, like if you don't like Lindy, whatever. That's your choice. That's your opinion. But Like, do you have to bash her? At a certain point, it just gets toxic. Like, I'm really proud of everyone, like, who's been here, like, and been a part of this, for not trashing Kat, for not making it, like, just an eternal bash fest, and that we're actually talking about the issues. I think that's really important, because it shows that it can be done. Let me take you up on that. Sweet. Okay. Should I have all the information? Drag me in to pull background checks on Lindy and was like, oh, ooh, okay. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, open invitation stands. So cool. Yeah, for real. Totally. Who steals from their old mother? I know, right? I think that text she sent me and she lied so much. Oh my god. I'll bet. Yeah, hey, you let me know when you're ready. Cause like, yeah. I know I'm usually a bit late on this stuff, but like, I get here and I want people to know what's real, like what reality is. Like it's not cool to just exploit people's sympathy like this. Trying to get another mob against Lindy. Oh god. Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, Lindy hasn't actually been doing much to her. Like she hasn't been like hard in the paint. Like, I mean, she has been in the past, Scoring small the day though. I hope so. And I hope people are listening to reason and actually using their brains because like at a certain point, I don't know, like what can you really say? It's like there's just no defense to all of this stuff. Like this is not stuff that Lindy put together. None of this has to do with Lindy. So why? Whatever. Anyway. Okay. So going forward, we wish your agreement that you will not enter the marital residence without Larry's express specific written permission and that you will not contact anyone as to Larry's business. Again, referring to an event and essentially corroborating the past assertions that she threatened to sabotage his business and tell his clients all these sort of sketchy things about him or whatever. And sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really don't understand why people are so willing to pile on Lindy. Like, I don't know. I mean, even if you don't appreciate her approach, she stands up for what she believes in and she tries to do the right thing and she does what she feels is right. I just don't get it. Honestly, I think a lot of it is internalized misogyny and just misogyny in general. Because there's no other reason for people to be so upset and angry about Lindy. She's not doing anything. I mean, that's the thing. She's not even taking the low blows. Everyone's taking the low blows against her, though. It makes no sense. Anyway. Okay, so not contact anyone as to Larry's business. Please note the locks on the residence will be changed tonight. If you enter without permission, police will be called for breaking and entering. If you contact Larry's clients or use social media to disparage him, you will likely be sued for defamation. I do not make such assertions unless I am prepared to follow through. These circumstances are very difficult for all. I understand. That said, calm and reason will serve both you and Larry very well. Little to nothing will happen here that cannot be corrected or modified towards a better resolution later. I look forward to working with you and your attorney toward a better end that has you and Larry moving on. If you wish to seek competent, reasonable, and effective counsel, I suggest Michael Miller at blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I really do apologize in that respect. Yeah, for real. Like, seriously. A lot of people just let that kind of shit fade. Oh, thank you, David. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to be fair. Like, even if, as people have had disagreements with, I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And some people don't appreciate that, but some people just need a bit more time to really synthesize what these are about. And, that's not usually a personal thing. And even when it is personal, it's not personal, But thank you. I really do appreciate that. Like, I try to bring some kind of standard and some kind of clear-headedness to all of this because I know that there's a lot of hyperbole. So thank you again. Okay, so active action and other miscellaneous relief. Okay, so this is, again, the former attorney limited to address the allegations regarding Anderson counsel and not any of the substantive issues raised in the motion. As most of the allegations involve, and this is from her former attorney Miller, so what would that? I'm just like, well, that's sweet, and that does say a lot about your character. Whatever you're talking about. I don't know who that is, per se. Is one from man? I don't know. I don't think I've had interactions with Johnny. Oh. Yeah, who? Or is that a joke? I don't know. Could be. Never quite sure. Okay, so as most of the allegations involve privileged communication between undersigned counsel and his former client, undersigned counsel is at a distinct disadvantage in that he cannot address the allegations specifically by citing those communications. Makes sense. However, nearly all of the communication between counsel in this case, as well as between undersigned counsel and wife, are in email form available in the event wife decides to waive privilege. I represented wife in the above captioned action. I was retained shortly after the initial petition was filed. Kip Kuda, which is the counsel for husband and who's been writing this entire thing. Yeah, it does, right? Oh, hey, Annie, what's up? Oh, so sort of reiterating the ways that this court document, corroborates the shadiness of what Kat's saying and plainly the falsehoods that she's put forth in attempts to garner sympathy, which essentially, and like just documentation that she's a fucking con artist, and it has been stated by a lawyer in court documents, and that's not something to take lightly. So he's a pickle. Oh, in real life, I'm here too. That's so important, you know. I feel like no matter what, people sort of are who they really are, even when they're trying to, you know, inhibit or inhabit a character, you know? Like, still, that's you making the decisions that you're making. Even if you want to say, oh, it's not me, it's a character, it's still stuff that maybe you wish you could say, you know, that you can't say for whatever reason. I don't know. Murder story. Yeah. Yeah, that was something. Yeah, no, that was pretty funny. Oh, Green says, I feel like that's most simple level for me. It's hard to feel that a woman who has shown such blatant displays of consumerism and has portrayed herself as a caricature of rich girls owed more. Yeah, for real. Okay, yeah. Let me work out what's happening first. Okay. Look, someone needs to hold responsible. Who's at the top? Okay, John. Gotcha. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, like even if I don't know, even if you're just doing it for the lulz, it's like that character that you decide on is still your own judgment, and like it's still you, you know. Let's see. Just say if only a quarter of the court transfers true, this still BS what she's done. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. I'm glad that you guys are picking up on this. I just feel like this is really important. It's not some bullshit. That's just some hearsay. Like a lot of this is backed up. Yeah, actually, there is a snack of it. That's why it was a little. Yeah, and I mean, there's a reason that you don't really hear usually about like people who use cocaine for like 30 or 20 years because it fucks with people's hearts and they, you know, tend to have cocaine induced heart attacks and it, you know, corrodes their septums and then they start freebasing. And I mean, if you read any Hollywood memoir, that's how it goes down. Yeah. I've read quite a few. Yeah. Okay. So basically saying that Kim Makuda, counsel for husband, referred to me. At that time, I had a general working relationship with counsel for petitioner and husband. I've acted as opposing counsel with him on a couple of cases. He has referred to me a couple of cases over the last year. We do not have a personal relationship. The fact that he had referred the case to me at no time compromised my ethical representation of wife. Again, you look at Wendy Williams and what she's been through. If one spouse is trying to screw over the other, it's usually, hey baby, let my lawyer take care of anything, of everything. Like, trust me, I'll be good to you. There's no reason for you to seek your own representation. That's generally the line of thinking that, calculating motherfuckers tend to take. That's not what happened here. Yeah, haggard looking is not only coke that they use. Yeah, yeah. Like it would be, yeah. And as we know, because of all of these Hollywood memoirs and from fucking Studio 54 back, like, yeah, people take uppers, then they take downers to counteract the other side effects of the uppers, and then they die. Or they go to rehab, one or the other. Like, it's not, that kind of thing is not sustainable. And that's very plainly clear. Yeah, I better stop doing cocaine then. Yeah, shit, punk, what have I told you about that? Damn it. You're the adult in the room. Still. Yeah, that's true. I'm using coke as a movie, and then people used over 20 years. And so, yeah, I mean, I know people have died after, 10, 15, 20 years. It messes people up. There's a reason that it's like illegal. Well, you are from LA. That's a good point. Thank you, Karina. I mean, I'm no genius. I'm no expert on this stuff, but I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, it just messes people up too much. It's too, destructive to the systems of your body and your nose and just everything, your brain, it's neurotoxic. Like, to use it on a chronic level or, chronic basis is just, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm very doubtful. I've done Coke Zero. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be afraid to. I don't know. I've never known a cook act. Be careful with money, buy home, have a good business, etc. Yeah, right? Okay, like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, true. Mm. You see what I put myself in for you people? Okay, anyway. Okay, Mr. Nordini's characterization of the negotiations are incorrect. A confidential settlement memorandum was prepared for the mediation that was scheduled for October 25th, 2018, to be held before the Honorable Robert Udolph. In the event, wife waives privilege, undersigned counsel would be more than happy to provide the memorandum to the court. As a result of the privileged nature of the communications, I do not feel comfortable disclosing the positions taken by wife in this matter, and obviously do not believe I can disclose any advice I gave her regarding retaining experts to determine the nature and value of any business assets. Or, let's go. I wouldn't need to. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with sleep, I feel. Like, I feel like I do it too much. Or, like, it takes me too long to wake up or something. I don't know. There's a real kink in my plans. Sometimes the day just runs out too quickly. It's like, oh shit. I mean, it's like, I don't know, what, 12:25 here? And I don't know, the sun just went down like 2 hours ago. So it's like, it feels way earlier for me. Anyway. Yeah, I'm glad that she said he was able sleeping. Just does so much coke. She shouldn't be sleeping that much. Good point, Guns. Good point. Aw. Aw, that's sad. That doesn't add up. Yeah, for real. Okay, okay, again, if wife waives her privilege, I have emails that confirm the positions taken as well as any advice I gave her on those issues. With respect to Mr. Nordini's claim of wife's health issues, I cannot comment. I had not observed wife since the Resolution Management Conference held on July 2nd, 2018, as she could not drive, and as a result, the communications between counsel and wife were by email or telephone. When wife received her billing for July 2018, she indicated she had no funds to pay the bill. I agreed to continue representing her based upon her promise to pay the bill when the case concluded. Interesting. It's 8:30 a.m. Yeah, I'm on like your time, man. Oh, she's in the UK. Hmm? Manchester, right? See, I remember all you guys. Like, people think that I don't care, but I remember, like, you, like, everyone on side chat. I remember you guys. Everything. I mean, Annie's been here a lot, so it's easy to remember. But, like, seriously. Yeah. Yeah, UK. There you go. It's just crazy the stuff I remember from my side chats, especially considering that I'm usually drinking. Yeah, Manigra. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty awesome, right? Badass. Yeah, I mean, Ushi, ostrich. Yeah. Shit, I remember swear words she taught me. But let's continue with this, though. Sorry, enough of that, and how much I love you guys and how awesome you are. Okay. Um. Okay. So, in the case concluded. Yeah, seems cool. Oh yeah. Right. There you go. Perfect. Lucky, David. I wish. I wish I could just like, you know, thrive on 4 hours of sleep. Make life so much easier. Oh hey, Kat. What's up? I can believe the fixed everything. Okay. Graduating. That's a good point. Okay. Can I help you, Kat? And you get it. Hey, Matt, what's up? Yeah, I mean, this is a lot, Kat. Like, what was the thing with the bags? Did you really think? I mean, you put the address that you lived at for those bags. Did you really think you wouldn't get caught? Well, let's see if you can get smelled. Yeah. Anyway. Mm. And I mean, I don't know. All of this is pretty, like, I don't know. People give you a lot of credit, Kat. I don't understand. Things will never change. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, they don't be too hard, though. It's like, I don't know how you handle it. Seriously. You're just like a rock star. I don't know. Oh, you too, Kat. So, I didn't think it was morally right for me to abandon her. Again, these, like, I mean, there's nothing exploitative that I'm seeing in any of this. Any of you? Like, I don't know, maybe you can ask Kat. Like, which part of this was supposed to put you at a disadvantage? Because all I'm seeing is stuff that, like, I mean, the guy waved $30,000 worth of jewelry that he didn't even know about, and he didn't even contest it. How does that jive with, like, what you've portrayed over the last year here? Yeah, no, Punk is a rock star, though. Like, I mean, yeah, no, he works incredibly fast and does amazing work. I didn't know about that. So. Oh, what? Oh, shit. What was her first comment? What was she referring to? Oh my god. See, this stuff happens and it's hard to keep track of everything everyone says. Oh my god. Did I say? Oh yeah. Yeah, he didn't say anything about that. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. That's nothing wrong. Point blank. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why she comes in here, and I don't know when she decides to say hi. I don't know if she just found out about the. I don't. Maybe she's just been on Mallory's and just got off panel. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Not right now. It's my time to respond. Yeah. Mess. Okay, well, apparently she's not gonna answer my questions, so, like, what? Okay. Alright, so, I did not think it was morally right for me to abandon her, and I relied upon her promises and apparent sincerity. Intimidation and the rain is done, right? I told her, I called her and said, come here. I like cat audio. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Johnny B. Appreciate the honesty. Okay. Where you had the diamonds. Right, Annie? Let's get to the real question. The stream says she's stream jumping. Ah, okay. I don't know. I mean, con artist, if nothing else, I don't know. But yeah, where'd you put them diamonds? That's what we want to know. You fence that shit? Is Rory your connect? You have mafia ties? What's up? What's really good? You know what? Don't answer that one. I don't want to know. I got one in this. Yeah. It's probably a good policy to have. Okay. So let's see. I relied upon her promises and apparent sincerity. Just prior to the scheduled mediation, wife fired me, and I received contact from Mr. Nordini requesting that I signed a substitution of counsel and provide him the file. So, skipped out. Oh yeah, this is margarita. Feeling festive. I'll be your connect. Perfect, Annie. Oh, that's how you get down, huh, in the UK. Okay, shit. I'm mad. She loves Tanzanite. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, diamonds, I don't know. Ethical. There's so many issues that like come along with diamonds. Anyway. Taking notes for when I get married, right? This is how you win at marriage. Wonderful. Yeah, for real. Perfect, right? I can't believe they got divorced. Anyway, all right. I immediately signed the document and returned it to him. I attempted to coordinate getting him the file. He agreed to pick up the file on November 8th, 2018, but did not show up. We followed up with a second email requesting that he pick up the file. He finally picked it up on November 14th, 2018. Ordinarily, that would not be important, but I came to understand Mr. Nordini claimed in court that I had delayed getting him the file and wanted to correct the record. The email exchange is attached as Exhibit A, so even the attachments have corroborating attachments in this. So, again, this is not just some unsubstantiated accounts from the husband. This is also her former counsel. And wait, I fenced them. Nice. Diamonds are worthless when that's not just nice marketing. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to get to. And, you know, the ethical issues and, you know, child labor that is involved in harvesting diamonds, and it's just a mess. And there is no inherent value to them. Mess. I don't know. Sapphires, no, that's something. Rubies, okay. But, like, diamonds, I don't know. They're not actually precious. Anyway, or rare. That's true. On gold is best. You know, oh, thank you, Bunny. I have no clue what yeah, they're cool looking. Yeah, too bad they only a couple Tanzanian. Oh, wow. I know about that. Thank you, Bunny. Wait, bedtime stories. You know it. That's true. On gold is best. You know what? The strange. I'm allergic to gold. I have no idea why. But I cannot wear anything that's actual real gold. Yeah, I have like a contact thing about like it just mess. So people's like, oh, it's gold. I'm like, no, it's the worst. It's super weird. Anyway, fears with limits and impacting science. True, for real. Like CZ, the sparkle just is nice, right? And like lab made. You know, you don't have like the ethical questions and you know blood diamonds. It's just not. Ugh, there are just too many like drawbacks and liabilities that can go along with diamonds. I don't know. And the guy who sick of losing money ain't gonna blow it. No. Good point. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know about the Tanzanite mines either. I'll look that up. I'm into that kind of thing. I get curious. Use diamonds from people selling them on. Yeah, they're probably not cleaning back on the market. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, so after I was discharged from the case, I filed a civil action. On October 29th, wife was served. On December 1st, in 2018, she did not file a response. I take no further action on the case, but reserve any right I have to proceed in the future unless I receive instructions from the court not to do so. So, again, already, yeah, and we're sober, yeah. Or this kind of stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I can't, gold. Random. It's the weirdest thing. Like, it's not like I have gold teeth or anything. Usually that's like why people would have an allergy to gold. I've not been one of them. It's one of those things. Anyway, um, that's so weird. Yeah. Or, well, I think so. Because I don't break out. The ex doesn't have to be a saint for Kat to be very much in the wrong. Yes. Yeah. Having a drug problem is not a rare thing. I've met all kinds of violence. Good point, Karina. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, I don't have to wonder if a child is getting, ill harvesting this diamond. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, your dead loved ones. That's what I would do. Just because I'm like styling like that. I'm a weirdo though. Okay. Okay, after Mr. Nordini withdrew from the case, she asked me to represent her, so she went back to Miller, trying to get him to represent her again. I agreed to see if I could settle the case. I specifically told her that I would not be involved in the case on her behalf beyond those limited efforts to settle and would not make a formal appearance. I told her that while I was helping her, I would obviously not move forward with any collection efforts, and for the time, that time put things on hold. I did so and have not taken any action on the collection action beyond filing the action in October. I even offered to handle the limited negotiations without cost to her and did so. I also told her that if I could settle the case, I would substantially compromise my fees even before I was terminated. All of this adds up to Kat getting a pretty damn good deal. Like, again, this is not what happens when someone is trying to screw you out of what you rightfully deserve. Yeah. I think so. The sparkle would not be. Yeah. I wish the guy could have diamond his clothes. Oh, yeah. Badass, right? I don't know. I love stuff like that. And I just like pretty things. So, sparkly is like, well, it doesn't make me break out. Okay. On January 14th, 2019, I received authority from wife to contact the opposing counsel and let him know that I would be presenting an offer on wife's behalf. On January 15th, 2019, I received an email from Mr. Nordini asking if I had contact with opposing counsel regarding settlements. I responded 5 minutes later, confirming I had been authorized by wife to attempt to settle a case. To the extent I responded that quickly, there was obviously no attempt to hide anything from Mr. Nordini. Again, this just makes sense. This makes sense. And the check. Whoa. Toads. Yeah, okay. So, I even sent him a second email that evening asking if he wanted to stay on the case or not. He never responded. On January 22nd, 2019, Mr. Nordini first brought up the idea of a guardian being appointed to wife. And this was bizarre to me, too. I responded that I did not think there were grounds for such an appointment. I told him that, based on upon my interactions with her, I did not think that she lacked the capacity to make decisions on her own. He even requested that I ask to be appointed guardian. I told him no. What, like, Again, I feel like this is almost an attempt on her, like, the whole guardian thing. It just seems to me like it's like having someone, or trying to, like, have someone else holding the bag for, like, her screw-ups, Like, so she's not liable for her actions, essentially, which is weird, considering she's 50. I don't know. I finally received specific authority from wife as to settlement terms she wanted me to offer, and that offer was sent to opposing counsel by email dated January 18, 2019. Limited negotiations ensued. The negotiations broke down on January 31st, so from the 18th to the 31st, 2019, and I confirmed with wife, as well as Mr. Nordini and opposing counsel, that I no longer was involved in any negotiations for settlement nor would be doing any further work on the case. I have not moved forward with the civil lawsuit. Oh, hey, Big Night Rocker, what's up? with the civil lawsuit. If the court thinks moving forward would be inappropriate, even though I no longer serve in any capacity for wife, I'm more than happy to follow court instruction. Obviously, I'm not technically a party or counsel on this case. I did notice that the court has set a pre-trial conference for 9 a.m. on February 25th, 2019. I cannot be there as I have a child support conference and child support evidentiary hearing in front of Commissioner Margaret Benny beginning at 8 a.m. that morning. I'm not sure if the court would want me to present for such a conference, but I do want to let the court know about my calendar conflict. Okay, so this, again, nothing shady happened here. I don't get it. It's so easy to get worse on this thing. Dating. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it provides certain protections legally. And tax breaks. I don't know, a bunch of benefits to it. Car insurance rates. You get a break on that. Yeah, there are a lot of like benefits to being married financially, usually. Okay, so in summary, I took the following actions. I was willing to carry a very large bill for a number of months, relying on wife's promise to pay me when the case settled or otherwise resolved, until I was terminated in October 2018. She made no provision for payment. 2. I became involved in attempting to settle the matter, and no further charge to wife, agreeing to divide my existing fees nearly in half if the case were to settle. 3. Although Mr. Nordini had withdrawn from the case, and wife wanted nothing to do with him, as soon as I was contacted by Mr. Nordini inquiring about my role in negotiations, I immediately requested and obtained the authority from wife to communicate with him, and within 5 minutes of his email, confirmed my new role in the case. 4. I at all times represented wife consistent with all applicable ethical rules. 5. When approached by Mr. Nordini regarding the appointment, oh, wow. I just got a mess. Wow. Yeah, thank you for telling me that. Yeah, this person just messaged. Yeah, I'll get at you. See, this is still unfolding. Oh my god. Yeah, this is wow. I'm upset. Just reading that on your behalf, by the way. Okay. Okay, but try to get through this. Okay. Yeah, that's oh my god. Sorry. Okay. Back to this. Okay. I at all times represented wife consistent with all applicable ethical rules. 5. When approached by Mr. Nordini regarding the appointment of a guardian for wife, I immediately responded, saying that I did not believe that a guardian was appropriate under the circumstances. I then rebuffed his request that I serve in such a capacity. All in all, I believe that my actions were appropriate. This is just a very difficult and challenging set of circumstances. And then undersigned signs with original blah blah, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and then he encloses the exchange with Nordini. So, okay. Again, nothing underhanded, meant to screw over Kat happened. The only person who was shady was Kat, and like, apparently this Nordini guy who's like, speaking out both sides of his mouth, and just like, oh my god. Okay. All right, and this is referring to a different court case. It's not really involved. It's the Rauschenberg versus Rauschenberg thing that we mentioned way back in first. So it's not really, it's not related to their case, or something in the ruling is relevant, but for layman, I don't think it's very, interesting. Okay, so this is the email exchange between Miller and Makuta. Let's see if I can get to the beginning of this and make it make sense a bit more. Okay, so on April 23rd, 2018 at 12:44 p.m., Kip Makuta wrote, Michael, I just spoke to Larry. One way or another, he is going to get your funds. How much for your retitle? He's going to get your funds or cat's counsel. I have no idea what you're talking about, Midnight Rocker. What? Wait, what? I have no idea. What? We're not really. What? I don't know. I'll wait for you to respond, and I'll get back to what we're talking about. Jeez. I don't know. Some people are sociopaths. I don't know. Some people are really sick. So, one way or another, he is going to get you funds. How much for your retainer? I expect he will bring you a check. He's looking at options to do so. Just FYI, Kathleen does not have a bank account. In the short term, Larry will get her a few prepaid visas, which we saw she knew about. She needs to open an account in her name so she can cash a check. Okay? Thanks. Get Makuta. Oh, gee. Come back. Okay, so from Miller to Makuta. $7,500. Oh, that's his retainer. Okay, so again, not $10,000, $7,500. That was his retainer. Not $10,000. Okay, make that clear. Okay, so $7,500. I didn't know that she didn't have a bank account. I was wondering why the prepaid Visa cards. So this is weird to them too. Okay. Or let's see, Kip Makuta wrote to Miller responding. Okay, I will let him know. She doesn't do anything but spend money. Sad. Miller responds, I'm gonna try to get her some help, although I'm sure he has done everything he could do. Sent from my iPhone. Okay, so Kip Makuta wrote to Miller, yes, I was hoping you would try. She needs help. Do I have to reiterate? None of this is about exploiting Kat. They're saying she needs help. All she does is spend money. Everyone's trying to get her help. Everyone's doing everything they can to help her. Larry's paying her attorney's fees. He's giving her prepaid visas so that she can have money because she doesn't have a bank account, so she can't cash checks. Like, how is this anything less? I mean, this is more than fair. I don't have a bank account. I want some effort, right? Oh, hey, Milky Way, what's up? How you doing? Right? Like, I mean, exactly. How do you not have a bank account when you're 50? How do you have no credit when you're 50? How do you, like, I mean, I get that's one of the other things about marriage. I mean, it gives people a better, like, credit score, credit rating, and increases their line of credit. Like, how do you have all that? You have all this stuff, and you have nothing to show for it. You don't even account. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I mean, I should say if you marry someone who has good credit, it improves your credit. If you marry someone with shitty credit, then that's not, it's kind of thing with debt. It impacts yours as well. Your standing financially. Yeah, I'm not against marriage. I just think people should be smart. And the entire world is against her, of course. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not that all of these people are saying, even the opposing counsel is saying she needs help. I hope you can get her help that she needs. A bit much, right? But are these like heartless? Is this a heartless conversation? I'm not seeing that. Not the way it's been portrayed. Anyway, that's the end of that conversation. Or, in the right chat, or answer either way. I know, right? I don't know. I know we all get confused around here sometimes. Okay. And now we get, oh my goodness. Now we get things corroborating the stuff about her father's accounts. Dear Mr. Miller, please find and close the following. Original last will and testament of Gerald D. or J. I don't know if I'll say it the last name. I'm weird about that. Dated May 27th, 2019. Or, sorry, 2009. Statutory short form power of attorney for Gerald, dated May 27th. Original resignation of attorney, in fact, signed by an SEC someone. Undersigned waiver of right to appointment as personal representative. Consent to appointment of personal representatives of waiver of notice. Original state of Arizona certificate of death for Gerald J. Blah, dated May 13th, 2014. Kathleen's mail consisting of 2 envelopes from Wells Fargo Bank, 2 envelopes from Michael D. Miller Jr. Boy, yeah. So then we get the actual will as an attachment. Tangible personal property. Give the rest of my okay. Any written list signed by me to persons indicated on the list to survive me. I don't know. Do you guys need me to read out the will, or is it like? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get like super intrusive or anything. Anyway, sorry. You know why she doesn't have an account? Nope. No explanation. Hey, she just started a hangout saying, should I explain this? So maybe if you guys want to go ask her, and then you can tell me. Stranger, she always seems to go live with, like, offers to explain this when we're talking about this. Anyway, I'm hoping this will be the last one that we do on this. I hope everyone's getting the point. But if we need to really get like hair splitting and really, then I guess we can, but I hope we won't have to. I hope people get, the bigger point, because we do have other stuff to talk about. Yeah. None other than not taking any responsibility. Yeah. Oh, you mean about not having an account? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Disability must have been into his. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Has had a bit much, Yes, read the will. Okay, remember thoughts. Okay, right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right. So, okay. I'll start at Article 3, I guess. I don't know. I haven't had to deal with like wills so much, so I'm not sure how much we have to go into. But she can't have a bank account when you write bad checks in your past and get caught. Oh, good point, Darkon. Yeah, there you go. That's a good point. Look, I got a slight vibe that Mallory's that Lori and Vegas Barbie aren't rolling with Cat's BS as much as they did. Let's hope. I mean, I would hope that any reasonable person would start to I hope that this is clicking for people. That's why I'm doing this. Like, again, this is not to to bash Cat. It's to let get people thinking critically, because usually when someone comes on here and they're crying and you feel bad for them, you tend to just to not question what they're saying and look at the reality of things. I'm hoping that people can sort of, I trust people's judgment to resolve the two contradictory stories in their heads. Like, I trust that most people, being reasonable and acting in good faith, will understand that this is the story she's kind of telling. It just doesn't hold water. Paper circular hasn't turned in yet. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Is that it? Oh my god, this is a mess. You know what? I need some Mallory people begging shouldn't do that. Good point. Good point. You know what? I think I need to mix up some more margaritas. I'll be right back. She just said this. I believe you. Yeah, no, I got what you said. Yep. We'll never walk away. Cat knows too much. Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, again, she has a vested interest in defending her, so I don't feel that she's really an independent, source. But wow, what the fuck she donated? Yeah, really? Yeah. But that's so funny. I'm reading papers that her attorney hasn't even turned in yet. How could I possibly get papers that her attorney hasn't turned in yet? That's like, okay, I'll be back. Give me a couple minutes. All right. Y'all go over there. Tell me what's happening. Take notes, and then when I come back, let me know. I'll be right back. Yeah. It shows such a disconnect. Yeah. For real. Crazy moment. Totally. Yeah. Me too. Except sometimes I am a lazy person. But even then. Yep. Super chat. Perfect. Of course. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. See, shit always. I wonder why stuff is going crazy over cats now. I'll be right back. Seriously, I need more drinks for this. Thanks for hanging in here with me, guys. Okay, I'll be back. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, bye. Okay, sorry. Okay, no, I'll be right back. Promise. Okay, so I just listened to a second of what Kat's saying. Kat, no one cares that you're friends with Dave and Becca. Like, no one here gives a shit who you're friends with. This is not about that whatsoever. Like, I mean, that's the thing. I don't actually have anything against Dave or Becca, so whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have things against them, but that's just me from my own personal moral perspective. I don't have any active sort of animosity towards either of them, so that's completely irrelevant, just for the record. Wait, sorry, let me catch up. What you guys talking about? Oh my god. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for that. Someone else's mind. Yeah, yeah. I felt. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that, Annie. I hope you get better soon. Jeez, that sucks. Alright. She's live lying. Your attorney doesn't know anything about your approval, Cat. Yeah. Sometimes like things look great on camera. I get distracted. Sorry, guys. Um. Yeah. I just let my balance or had X-rays. I found arthritis. Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry. At least they found something, but I'm sorry. My heart goes out to you. That's not. Yeah, no small matter. Gets mad and back to the old cat who's better than all. Of course. Yeah, she's so touched. Absolutely. And it's hilarious. Trying to be fair, David Guns. I believe he is fair. I believe he has been fair. Yeah, for the dog service. Yeah, definitely. Good idea. Straighted. No, yeah, it's hard, right? I don't know. Lack of action. But I mean, I don't know. We should all be better at that. Stillness, they say, makes you more productive. Being able to be still. Anyway, big crying if they're doing it, right? I'm in a lot of pain, though. I'm sorry. No, like, I can imagine, Jesus, like, arthritis and bursitis. Yeah. No small matter. Except for crying. In fact, crying. Rock was saying I'm following the case. Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to hear about the murder of the five. Yeah, it's always hard with, like, kids stuff. Like, I don't know, like, I'm into true crime, but, like, kids stuff, I don't know. Just, it's always upsetting. Mm-hmm. Gives a fuck your student today. Thank you. I'm so uncomfortable again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, every time I tuned in, it was just the fucking chairs. And, like, he disables it so that you can't rewind or like, see what happened that you missed. So it's like, so I have no idea, but I'll take your word for it because I know you're a good judge of that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, nobody gives a shit about who you're friends with, Kat. This isn't about that. This is just about reality. That's all. Okay. All right. All right. Ah. And like, okay, how can I be reading off stuff that her lawyer hasn't filed yet? Her lawyer hasn't filed anything because she hasn't responded to anything. Mess. I don't know. Like, do you guys feel that I should keep going, or I mean, do we all kind of get the point here? I feel like her reaction sort of says it all, to be honest. The fact that she suddenly feels the need to correct all this stuff when someone is finally giving context and clarity to the situation. I mean, these are not like, okay, these files are not like, you know, earth shattering. It's not like this is like necessarily new, the files in and of themselves, but I feel like, or I hope, I've given some clarity and like made this accessible in a way that maybe hasn't been done so far. So it's interesting to me that with that being my goal, Kat feels the need to come on here and like cry. Oh. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Someone backs into a corner, they start acting desperate. Desperate measures. Yeah, strange, right? Almost as if it's a bit of paranoia there. Rebecca's getting bored games out with Cat. She's not happy we gotta say, but because some of it's great. It's so hard to go through all this stuff. Sometimes it's just a lot to, and especially with the chairs, like, I prefer Punk's Lynchian take on the whole thing. But yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Reading newspapers. Yeah, I believe it. Thank you, Green Giant, by the way. Okay, well, now I gotta hear this. I'll be right back. It sounds hilarious. Hi. Yeah, ah. Okay, so I tried to rewind from her being live a few minutes, and I heard her say something about how it was weird that a lawyer came to her bedroom. Kat, you said that you were incapacitated. Like, you said that you couldn't travel. You said that because you didn't know how to drive, you weren't, you couldn't transport yourself anywhere. That might have been part of why something like that would happen. Lust? Wait, lust? Where did lust come? Whoa. There's some subtext I'm mixing. Becca doesn't like cat, it's a fact. It seems that way. Yeah, her and her attorney did respond to those papers. Yeah, I'll just read that out again. Thank you. The papers you're reading are in February. Yeah, she's lying, surprised about not reading this paper. Thank you. You're evil. Oh, again? Of course I am. I don't give a shit who she's friends with. Again, I don't have any beef with Dave Rebecca. Not personally. There's stuff I object to on a moral level, but I don't have any personal. I don't care what they do. I don't care who they're friends with. It doesn't affect me whatsoever. So make no mistake. Mm-hmm. Mm. What question are you asking her, Karina? It might be blocked. Maybe because you just went in here. Mm-hmm. But lust, what? Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I'm interested in hearing what Karina's question was. Do you want to ask a cat downstairs? I kind of do. Stickers especially. I mean, I'm sorry, but you fly a guy out and grown ass man. I mean, you paid for it, right? Like he flew stickers out. That's your girlfriend. I mean, come on. Let's be real. Oh hey Ushi, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, you arrived just for the drum to break out. Perfect. What you thought the reasons were behind your spending issues? That's a good question. I think that's what we're all wondering. Of course you want to answer that. Don't answer, just text Lindy, that's it. Okay, but Lindy isn't here. I don't... Again, none of this has anything to do with Lindy either. Like, nothing to do with Dave, nothing to do with Becca, nothing to do with her being friends with either, nothing to do with Lindy. Lindy's not the reason Larry's divorcing her, right? Oh my god. And she hasn't been, like, put at a disadvantage. Larry's been more than fair in every respect that I can tell. Like, oy, the mess. Okay, anyway. Alright, so, I mean, if you guys think that. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry, it's kind of got. Oh, it refreshed, so that was scroll down again. See, now I annotate everything so I don't lose my place. Got the topic. I guess. You could say that. Let's go on vacation and trash Lindy. Yeah, granted. Not have any fun the whole time doing things, just trash Lindy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we can rent a place and then put up a backdrop so that no one can see the awesome place that we rent, even though it actually is pretty awesome. I'm with you. Let's do it. And then we'll just, yeah, spend hours bashing Lindy online. It's a great vacation. It's a real change of pace. Wonderful. That'll be our plan. What that person was saying about like when we're gonna hang out. That's what we'll do. It'd be great. Yeah. Basically, well, it's not so much Cat, but the fraud that Cat has committed against people who are actually. It's turning out in this community. People we care about, people who have been on side chat, have been lied to and have given donations of sizable amounts under false pretenses. There are a few that I've gotten messages about since this hangout started that I'm pretty upset about, just because it's fucking wrong. So that's kind of what it's about. So yeah, in a way, it's about Kat, but it's more about trying to let people know that this isn't the way that she's portrayed it to be, and that there is documentation that supports that assertion. I'm hoping in the future we won't really have to address it too much more, because I don't want to belabor the point. I don't want to again, I don't want to do any bash sessions against Kat. I feel like that's just I don't know, it doesn't help anyone. So I don't know. Sorry. Cat scam people. Yeah, those little lies were just for fun. Is that mess? Yeah, fucking morons gonna save money just doing this. And I know, right? Why even go? Oh, but wait, no, they went down the strip or something today in their cars, which I guess okay. In the middle of the daytime when it's super hot, though. I get it. Oh no, and I didn't understand why people still like this woman. I know, right? Because she turns on the waterworks and fake cries, and everyone just says, "Oh, this woman's been mistreated by this man," because apparently that's automatically the truth. I don't know. Those lies happened because they already 30 years ago. She was a victim, of course, of course. 30 years ago. This is last year. We're talking about things that happened last year when she was coming on here and saying that she'd been, thrown out of her house, when we're finding that she was thrown out of her house with advance notice, with $500 Visa prepaid, with access to a bonds worth over $20,000, with accommodations and a hotel reservation for 5 nights, and with her condo, being professionally cleaned and the utilities turned on for her. So, not at all the way that she portrayed that it happened. This is her sincere. She needs attention. Absolutely. That's the thing. It would be one thing if it's just attention. Like that Dave guy. Clearly, he needs attention. Whatever. I just don't like when people are personally being ripped off, especially when it's something that when they can avoid being ripped off just by knowing this stuff. which are facts, It's very simple, I feel. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. She needs attention, whatever. A lot of people on YouTube need a lot of attention. But like, I mean, that's neither here nor there, I feel. Like, okay. Like I think you're right, and that's a really good point. I just feel like also this is someone who is taking money from a lot of people who, I mean, a lot of people here are around, like, this group are living paycheck to paycheck and month to month. And this woman is not. Yeah, but good point, by the way. Ushi, thank you. Yeah, Larry's a nerd. Sure, homeschool tried to once, but here we are. He had drill problem. He was asleep. I did. Yeah, said he's had 30 between her, and she made him stop. Yeah, like Johnny Cash and June Carter. Okay, whatever. Let's grab his appetite. So I all the. Oh God, yeah, that's the other thing. She's saying that she like sent him food or something, so he wouldn't go hungry or somehow. I doubt that. Ooh, I think it's so sad that she's still playing her game and people let her play. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious. You ever send her that egg, Gucci? Oh my God, that was hilarious. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Let me get back to this. Okay, so the will says, um, I okay. So Article 3, real property, or I guess tangible personal property, tangible personal property described on any written list signed by me to the persons indicated on the list who survived me. I give the rest of my tangible personal property. My daughter, Kathleen, R. Blah, blah. I don't know. I feel weird like reading out a family name. I don't know why, but I do. Um, so the reasonable cost of packing, insuring, and delivering the tangible personal property shall be paid as an expense of the administration of my estate. So this is her father's will. Eggs are expensive because she wouldn't eat. Yeah. That's hilarious. This so funny to me. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. Article 3. Real property. I give and devise all interests in real property that I owe or that I own on the date of my death to my daughter Kathleen. Oh shit, come back. Okay. If my daughter does not survive me, then I direct my personal representative to sell any interest that I may have in real property on the date of my death, and add the net proceeds of the residue of my estate to be distributed in accordance with the provisions of Article 5. Article 4, money market accounts. I give the assets in my TJ Ameritrade money market account as follows: 80% to my daughter Kathleen, 10% to my son Richard, 10% to my son Patrick. 4.2. If a beneficiary designated in the preceding section 4.1 does not survive me, then I give the share of that deceased beneficiary in equal shares to the other beneficiaries designated in the section above who do survive me. So, an egg laying dice. Oh you're so mean, Ushi. You're just so mean. Why are you so mean? Why don't you apologize? I'm so mean. She needed jeweled help. Then, like, of course, or else people ripping her off. Is that necklace you're wearing a charm on it? Oh yeah. Yeah. This is I think I got them both on Amazon. I should put links to these. I'll do that next. After I'm done here. This is obsidian, which is good for helping, protect you from bad vibes. Because God knows I get enough. And yeah, and it's a skull, so it looks badass. And this is aventurine, which is about luck and joy and fun and abundance and all the good things in life coming your way. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I can link those. They're not like, I don't know. I try not to buy like super expensive, yeah, crystals. Anyway, yeah, we'll get to that pretty soon. That whole crystal thing because I've been doing my research and then like I've been really into it. Like I'm learning everything. It's super fun, and I want to share with you guys. This is cool. Okay, not one die. Yeah. Cool. That is nice. Thank you. You're so mean. She thinks every troll was Lindy. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. And as we've talked about, we've heard from Cat's mouth that she knows a lot about the methods of trolling. So I don't know, maybe it's a little projection, as usual in paranoia. But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that because seriously, it's mad cool to like learn about this stuff and like the ideas of how it works. And I got my sage, I got Palo Santo, I have like much incense. Like it's gonna be badass. I can't wait to do our crystal hangout. Like I'm still like organizing everything. I don't know. And this is the thing, Adam the Woo has trouble with this stuff too, so I feel way better about having trouble with getting this whole thing like planned out and started because everyone must have trouble doing that on YouTube. If he does. I mean he is like a super successful channel, so anyway. She always money for a small dino being crystals. Remember she's broke. Of course. Mm-hmm. So mean. You're so mean. Why would you say that? Why would you apologize to me? Apologize. Are you any beggar like that, Felicia? Oh, legal. Will said she screwed her brothers over. Yes. Yes. Did you catch that? Because of the In fact, I have a corroborating statement from one of her brothers. Or I believe one of her brother's wives, who said that they were entitled to 10% of that, which she screwed them out of. Of one person using these rods that would look. Oh yeah, it's like what, like water dousing, I think, is what you're talking about. Yeah, that's interesting too. I don't really know how that works, but I assume it's a similar principle to like the Ouija board or something. Like the idea of, like micro, like vibrations from your hand movement, like your subconscious knows or whatever. That's one theory. Anyway, it's sort of similar theory for I don't know how a lot of these like divination things work, like with tarot. Like the idea is that your subconscious sort of knows more answers than you even consciously realize, and like you tap into things that you're not aware of, and you have more knowledge and more insight and more wisdom to about what's going to happen than you even realize. And some people believe that tarot cards or Ouija boards, stuff like that, automatic writing, yeah, water dousing, yeah, pendulums, using pendulums, that's the whole theory behind that. It's the idea that like your subconscious carries much more information than you're aware of, and that's sort of what you tap into to use those kind of tools. I wonder if it's similar to that. Let me read what you guys are saying. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she will have to create a GoFundMe so she gets her egg customized. Egg found me. And her brother's fighter over it. I don't know. I don't know if they like saw it until later or like. Well, she was given. I believe she was given power of attorney over it, so it was hers to distribute, and she had the authority to do that. Save the dino eggs from cat. Be extinct. Dousing rods. It was interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have to look into that. I would assume. I would think it would work on a similar principle, but yeah, interesting. Anyway, that's how I understand it anyway. Like, I don't know. I don't really believe that. I mean, I feel like tapping into that is sort of that side of you is spiritual in that way. So, I don't know. I feel like in a roundabout way, they're effective tools, but not in a like entirely straightforward. Like that's inherently imbued with whatever power, but that you have the power and these are tools to access that. That's what I personally believe. Anyway, yeah, I'll look into that though. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, there's way more to research. There's always more to learn. Mad cool, which I love. I love learning. Yeah, her two brothers can sue for the 50K piece. Doesn't matter what it's doing too. The will stands is so off. Yeah, well said. Yeah, I need to stop her selling the condo she bought with their money. Is she selling it? Because I thought it was in her and Larry's name, so he would have say in that, and it would be community property as well. I mean, it must be because she doesn't have a bank account, right? Oh, mess. Anyway, okay. So, yeah, okay, Article 5, residue. I give, devise, and bequeath all of the rest, residue, and remainder of my property of every kind and description, wherever located, and whether acquired before or after the execution of this will, to my daughter Kathleen. If my daughter does not survive me, I give the residue of my estate and equal shares to my sons, Richard and Patrick. Article 6, personal representative. I nominate my sister, interesting. I nominate my sister, Nancy, as my personal representative. That's interesting. If for any reason she is unable or unwilling to serve, then I nominate my daughter, Kathleen, there you go, as my personal representative. I request that no bond be required of any personal representative nominated by me. Okay. Article 7, powers of personal representative. My personal representative shall exercise all of the above powers in the management of my estate, which any individual could exercise in the management of similar property owned in his or her own right, upon such terms and conditions as to my personal representative may seem best and without the authorization of any court. By way of illustration, and in addition to all other powers conferred by law, my personal representative is specifically authorized to exercise the following powers: to retain, lease, sell, or impose a lien on the property of my estate, to make partial distributions from my estate from time to time, and to distribute the residue of my estate in cash or in any kind of partly in each, and for this purpose to determine the value of the property distributed in kind. So like basically giving her all the power. Outright cash with the inheritance. Yeah. Okay. Never get the money back. Spec court orders that money's gone. Yeah. Let us know if they're very nice people. Yeah, for real. Very nice people here on YouTube who send people in need money, and people like this cat are using them. Yuck, exactly. Exactly. That's what really bothers me with this whole thing. Like, there are so many well-meaning people who are trying to do the right thing and who are trying to help someone that they thought was in a crisis, who isn't in a fucking crisis. And that... It's wrong. It's just wrong. No, it's her. Or sorry, yeah, I just read that. I'm sure the money's gone. But if I was her brother, I would try and get my part. I'd put a lien against the condo just for the check out. Got $10 a month. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they can do. $20 a week just yeah, for real. I'd be pissed. Move forward with others, I think. Yes. Yes, we did. It's all on my channel. But I guess you really gotta spell it out for people sometimes, so that's what we'll do. Okay. Okay, to settle, contest, compromise, submit to arbitration, or litigate claims in favor or against my estate. To make any tax election without reimbursement or adjustment between principals. So basically giving her all the power. To continue any business or venture in which I was engaged at the time of my death for such periods as is reasonable. To make distributions to a custodian under the Uniform Transfers to Minors Act or similar law. General provisions, Article 8. Oh, she... God. Was all this before... Or, yeah, sorry, I just literally... Oh, God, again. Crying again. Of course. 8.1. I direct that there be unsupervised administration of my estate, and that my estate be administered in as informal a manner as my personal representative deems advisable and applicable law permits. So, leaving this all up to Kat's judgment. All gifts in this will are made on the condition that the designated beneficiaries survive me. Okay, the beneficiary should die under such circumstances as would render it doubtful with the beneficiary adverse, etc., etc. Within 90 days after the death, that's to deem not to have survived me. Okay, well, I direct my personal representative to arrange for the cremation of the remains of my body and to ensure the ashes in my plot at Lakewood Cemetery in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 8.4. Any estate taxes paid by my personal representative shall be apportioned against, and my personal representative shall seek reimbursement from the persons interested in my estate. Interesting. Both probate and non-probate for the proportionate share of the estate taxes on my estate as determined in accordance with Minnesota statute, blah, 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 blah. Article 9, definitions. I have 4 children. Kathleen, born May 8th, 1968. Richard, born April 1st, 1958. Patrick, born December 17th, 1960, and Kim, born April 28th, 1956. I have intentionally omitted any gift to my son, Kim. Kim. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so that's the person who made that. There's only have tears, no Kleenex. Oh my god. It's hilarious. Okay. Okay. Wow. The term tangible personal property. Wow, that's pretty cold. I'll leave out that one guy. Damn. I was like crying too hard this week. I don't know. I don't know if it's filler or if it's like I don't know. I'm not gonna get to me. You know what? It's okay. I'll just stick with this. Stick to the facts. Yeah, for real. All theatrics. Okay, so the term tangible personal property means tangible personal property other than money, coin collections, and any property used in a trade or business. The term estate taxes means any estate, inheritance, or other transfer taxes that become due because of my death, including any interest and penalties. I've signed this instrument, my last will and testament, at the city of Burnsville, blah, 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 blah. May 27th, 09. Gerald, blah, blah, blah. Okay, last will and testament, etc., etc. Witnesses, blah, blah, blah. Last will and testament, free and voluntary act with persons therein, blah, blah, blah. You guys get it. Okay. Okay, so again, little stuff. A resignation of attorney in fact. Nancy hereby resigns as the attorney in fact designated in the power of attorney executed by Gerald J. blah blah as principal on. Okay, so she waived that, resigned from it, so that left Kat in charge of it. Part of this time. Oh my god. You said it. Okay. So I waive my rights, so that's how Kat got in charge of it, etc., etc., etc. Death certificate, blah, blah, blah. Order of protection from April 20th, 2018. Okay. Okay, so it's saying, like, protection, no crimes against him, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so relationship married, or defendant, plaintiff, relationship married. Have you or the defendant been charged or arrested? Or number 3, have you or the defendant been charged? And this is the order of protection that removed her from her home. Don't mind this sort of things. Yeah, good idea. Okay, have you or the defendant been charged or arrested for domestic violence or requested a protective order? Yes, no, not sure. Yes is crossed off. If yes or not sure, explain. Case, and then it gives the case file. I don't know. Is this like I don't know. You know what? I'll write it down so I don't have to like. I guess if people, I don't know how people would look this up or if there's any merit to look it up, but in case anyone wants to, I guess, or if that's even a thing, you know what? I don't even know. Now that I say that, I don't know. I don't want to go too far into like being intrusive, you know. Exactly behavior. Yeah, right. Behavior's ugly. What's lovely is money still going into it. You said it, Milky Way. But okay, but let it be known that this does refer to another, like a case number. So this was filed before. Like this isn't just something made up now. In retrospect, it seems that Linda gets to blame for world hunger and all the bad that happens to everybody. I don't know how she focuses on people or who she decides to focus on to blame for all of this stuff. It's Larry, it's Lindy, it's whoever. I don't know. Do I need to make more of this? Okay. Well, okay. I guess. Okay, so case FN 2013-051758. I have no idea. I don't know. Just full disclosure. So I read that. Obtained order day after defendant D, from here on in, spit on me, tore my shirt off me, hit me in the head numerous times, causing injuries, and verbally abused me. D threw my clothes in the pool, cut phone cords to my business, and threw my diabetic meds in toilet. The court found D posed a credible threat of bodily injury to me. At this time and since, D has made many threats that she will call police and claim I hit her, despite me never doing so. These acts present good cause for the court's consideration. 4. I need a court order because, print both the dates and brief description of what happened. Dates. Tell the judge why you need this order. A copy of this petition is provided to the defendant when the order is served. So, 4/16/2018. So, April 18th or 16th said, I had D served with the dissolution petition. Documents included a letter warning D against domestic violence, which we read out, so we know it existed and it was true. Against domestic violence, defamation, and theft if she remains in my home. Hours after being served and since, D threatened she will make my life a living hell, harass me on social media, and intentionally destroy my business. D threatened physical injury to me if I did not stop the dissolution. D is big. D has physically assaulted me and injured me before. D has acted previously on her threats. Thus, I fear she will injure me, damage my home and property, and damage my business. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, who's this now? What's that? There's nothing to strike this for. I had my home and business before the marriage. In the last 4 years, D has spent over $500,000 by stealing my credit cards. I assert D has harassed me, intimidated me, and will assault me. Okay, so 5/28/2016. I received an email from D in which she threatened to tell my customers about your cocaine habit and your non-paying of taxes for 30 years. You have a lot more to lose than I do, so don't make me go there. That is a threat. D's assertions were false. This must have been what Diane was referring to. D threatened to seriously damage my company and property. D threatened to relate other false information to my customers to damage me and my company. About this time, D grabbed the phone from me while I was speaking to an employee and yelled, Larry is a fucking crook. He is ripping you off and customers as well. I assert good cause for the court to consider these circumstances. Yep. For years, and that was okay with Kat. Now just, but we're not dragging her, I don't feel. I'm not saying that people shouldn't give her their money if they don't want, or if they want to. Do whatever you want to. I'm not trying to drag Kat. I'm saying that this is not someone who is in some sort of crisis that, some people are struggling, God knows. And this is she's just misrepresented so much of what we're seeing, documented in this document. We're seeing so much that's been twisted. So this is public info. She's lying. Absolutely. This is a court thing. You don't, again, and I know that people don't know this stuff, so I will explain, because I know that in the past people have gone to been verified and stuff and have paid to have background checks or whatever against people. This is not that. This is from the courthouse. This is you pay like a filing fee. It's like, I don't know, it depends, but it can be like $10 or something. But that is public information, and there's nothing prohibiting putting that out in public. In fact, that's actually how the R. Kelly scandal first unfolded. You know, aside from an anonymous source dropping off the infamous tape to the Chicago Sun-Times, there was actually a lawsuit filed um, at like 5 a.m. on Christmas Eve. And one of the reporters at the Chicago Sun-Times, which broke the story of, the whole R. Kelly scandal, um, went and found that filing and paid the filing fee, and then, were able to uh, publish it because of freedom of the press and because it is public information. Okay, like there's nothing that there is nothing underhanded or in any way in question here. This is public. That's it. And fairer than talking about for a cat dragged people for years. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, totally. Yep. Among many other horrible things. Yeah, that wasn't the worst. It's horrifying. Anyway, but my point is that this, again, this is not, need a private eye or something to find this stuff. It's very much accessible to the public. Anyway, that's my point. Anyway, but that's just one infamous. Again, something that gives you a little sense of context in this. So, yeah. All right. So, all right. Yeah, so defendants should be ordered to stay away from these locations at all times, even when I'm not present. Yeah, homework, blah, blah. If checked because of risk of harm, order the defendant not to possess firearms or ammunition. This is checked. Yep, the truth is the truth. Thank you, Oshi. That's all it's about. It's not about Dragon Cat. It's not about who she's friends with. It's not even about what she's done to other people. It's just about the truth. Okay, if checked, which is checked, order the defendant to participate in domestic violence counseling or other counseling. Now that's interesting. This can be ordered only after a hearing in which defendant has notice and an opportunity to participate. So there was already a hearing of which defendant had notice and opportunity to participate. Interesting. So she had knowledge of this. Sorry, what? Thousands of dollars on background checks, then use them to drag people. This is true. In fact, that was outlined in part one. One of the objections that Larry has about all of this, and one of his claims of wasteful spending and of waste, is because of the thousands of dollars that she wasted on background checks for people on YouTube. Like, that was actually specifically spelled out in the first part of us going through this. That's, again, this is relevant. This is not just some, like, this impacts people, like people that we know, people that are here. I'm not trying to single people out. I'm saying, like, this is not some abstraction. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think she has any real value of money. Yeah, me neither. Understanding that the $10 she got may have been an hour of work and time not spent with a child. Yeah. Yeah, that was so well said, Karina. Yeah. I'm going to read that out again. I don't think she has any real value of money, understanding that the $10 she got may have been an hour of work and time not spent with a child. Yeah, sacrificed to work and given to her out of, like, common sympathy, a sense of humanity, which she exploited. Yeah, if people don't still want to give her money to Cat after the correct facts are out there, then I question their sanity, but so be it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm, do whatever you want to do, but these are the facts. My head. Yeah, okay. You deserve it, Annie. Jeez, wow. Yeah. You're not friends with a woman, she's very unstable. Yeah. What if she did hurt herself? That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's any cause to suggest that that would happen. We're friends, you and I? Well, okay, I don't know who you are though, just by saying that. Is she unstable or is this an act? Yeah, yeah. That's a question. I mean, I don't know, there are a lot of people that I've been friends with who have acted pretty irrationally since that time, so I don't know. That cat should be in the hospital if she's that bad off. Yeah. I mean, I think it's really strange to even bring the specter of someone hurting themselves into this. I don't think that's relevant at all. I think that's just above and beyond anything that we're dealing with or addressing here. Yeah, like who is this? I mean, if we were friends, I mean, I don't know. Oh, Rachel from Dom's channel. Yeah, a lot has happened in the last year though. But I don't know. I just don't think that there's been anything to suggest that. Yeah, Mokue, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that we've said anything that would in any way contribute to that. Like, this is just about giving people the facts. Hmm. That's understandable then. But, like, a lot's happened. So I understand your concern, but at the same time, it's like a lot has happened. Like, again, none of this is to be petty. None of this is to hurt Kat. It's really just to let people know what happened because you don't really you get very disjointed answers from Kat when you try to listen to her account. That's true. Is she screaming and crying? Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You would have to ask her about that. I'm not listening to her. I'm reading the facts that have been documented contemporaneously. I mean, how many times can you be in a crisis in a week? Like, at a certain point, it's like, how many times can you be screaming and crying? I just, is it about Lindy? I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. And I mean, if there's anything to suggest that she might be a harm to herself or others, I would hope that people would go to the proper like authorities. Like that's grounds for a 5150. That's grounds for her being Baker acted. Like that's grounds for her being under an evaluation. So I would hope that people would take like measures to actually do something effective, to help her. Yeah. But I mean, my whole point of this is that like this isn't someone who's from everything I'm reading, this is not someone who tried to rip her off. This is not someone who's trying to deny her what's rightfully hers. This is someone who's like I mean I expect someone who would make these kind of threats and who has a documented past history of domestic abuse to be okay with crying to, deflect from the issues at hand. But you need to stop. But none of her friends get her help. Well, I mean, you tell me. Have they? I do have that good surgery, just like you don't see this much fun. It's begging me to stop. She was in here earlier, and she was perfectly fine. She came in here and said hi, and she didn't ask me to stop. So that's interesting. I wonder why she wouldn't directly ask me. She's not blocked. I mean, that's why she can come in here and say hi, Faye. So, I don't know. You tell me. Anyway. Hmm. Okay, so this is them going back and forth about the coins and bonds, and again, the two lawyers, and I don't know. Again, if we really need to read this out, I'm not sure if we really do, because I mean, it's well, you guys tell me. Yeah, Vegas were their days and Oliver found helping her through this crying for help. Yeah, yes, she was too. Uh, and hysterical when the truth, yeah, is exposed. Yeah, for real. Yeah, she was. Oh, is that the question? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she came in here perfectly fine of her own volition, and I mean, God, you'll probably be able to see it on replay. When I end this, like she came in here and said, "Hey, Faye, blah blah blah, like what's up?" And I was halfway through this whole thing. So it's not like this is a secret or anything where she just found out about it. And she directly addressed me. So why she wouldn't ask me directly to stop if she wanted me to stop? I mean, you tell me. Like, what are we to conclude from that? I don't know. Okay. Okay. Then they go back and forth about like how to measure the viability of the business and what business is valued at, and the valuation of business rather. Okay. Okay, so let's see, a thought came to me last night. How will it be easier for your client to prove that there is some separate component to deposits made into the community account as a result of the inherent value of this business than it will be for wife to prove that just a few large deposits into the same account for her father's money are separate? I mean, there's a whole back and forth chain if you guys want me to, read this out, but it really, boy, yeah, it's murky at best. I mean, how to separate that kind of stuff. It was Lindsay. She was screaming to stop. Oh, thank you, Annie. Okay, yeah, there you go. Cat's done this shit for years, and I crying in hysteria when cornered is not new behavior. It's true. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure who your aunt is, but you know what? Do you? Whatever you need to do. And yeah, if you feel that she should be on a 17-hour hold, if you feel that she is a danger to herself or others, then yeah, you should be calling the authorities. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing Lindy can do. Like, okay, someone record her acting hysterical because, you're going to have like grounds for asserting that. But if you feel that that is true, then by all means, absolutely. Like, I don't think anyone should not seek help. Mm-hmm. They turned Lindsay into the villain as a distraction, of course. Of course they did. Again, Lindy has done nothing wrong in this scenario, and I don't understand why she's being used as a scapegoat other than deflection from the issues at hand. Yeah, can't open your eyes. See who you are and what you did. It is not too late. You can change things, right? Thank you. I mean, this is what we're getting at. It's not too late to change this. You can always, like, improve. You can always do the right thing. Cat is not a lost cause by any means. But you have to see the truth and not what you think is the truth or what you want to be the truth. Yeah. Are you trying to imply you are Cat's niece? Is that what she's doing? Because if you're Cat's niece, let me tell you, you got screwed out of some money. Yeah. That, you had a right to, just so you know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we know her. Nice. Okay, so yeah, this is sort of, yeah, just saying that, once two funds are commingled and money's moved in and moved out of it, it's really hard to separate, and it's almost impossible. So okay, I don't feel like we have to totally. Again, we're at like page 82 of 217, but I don't know. You guys tell me when we've done enough. Like, I mean, I feel like I've made my point. Like, I feel like I could probably end now and this would be good. But if you guys feel that, or if you feel that we need another installment, shit, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow and we can finish it up if you want, and we can just totally exit out tomorrow. Just knock it out the park, you know? I'm going to be doing more streams, you know, regardless and more frequently, and hopefully about other topics. And we're setting up some places to go so we can go outside because the weather's perfect and it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited to show you guys some local stuff that's happening. So, is it also Mother's Day? I think it is. That's on Sunday. So, yeah, I guess technically it is. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and all you motherfuckers. Well, let's see. Goes to China, and I just the devastation of the current cases. You know, I don't know. Do I think goes kind of. I don't know. I know. Like I don't know. I believe that. That's a good question. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think we should do? I don't know. I believe there's something to ghosts. I don't really know how to quantify it, but essentially this test. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, she retracted, but check the messages. Just saying. I know, right? And thank you for mentioning it and reiterating that, Karina, because that's I don't know. I find it interesting that anyone's niece would be into this stuff. Like, I don't know why I'm into this stuff. I don't know why I'm following this just because, you know, people are getting ripped off and I'm not okay with it. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, well, slackers, what can I say? Mm-hmm. Well, weird that your username would be moved to strike. Then move to strike your honor. I don't know. That's very. I don't know what to make of that. Something's going on. I don't know. Practice 104 state funk. Okay. How am I supposed to know that though? You're not in treaty. Yeah, it's true. You're not in treaty. Everyone's welcome here. Just in Austria, so Austrian Mother's Day to you. Oh, and same to you. Yeah. Do I? Oh goodness. Okay. We don't need fighting in the side chat. Okay. We don't need to do that. We're better than that. Okay. I'm sorry. I expect more from you people because we're just much better than that. And yet retracting all the messages. Okay. That's just very strange behavior. Like that's kind of it's very void specific to retract every message because like I mean you know makes me think you've been here a while because like most people don't do that these days. I'm your forced change. Okay. You're not a divorce attorney. I don't know. Again, you guys tell me it's your choice. What you guys want to do? Again, all the stuff about blah blah and who's representing her, and again, all the things that were asserted in the original, you know, document that I read off over these three installments are just they're showing all of the attachments and it's all backing up with everything that the person or the representative asserts. So I feel like it doesn't really need to be reiterated because it's all right there. I mean, it just is. It's in plain writing. Really no there's nothing to contest it, and it's been documented contemporaneously. Again, emails, accounts, letters, documents. Um, Yeah, I don't know. Uh, Again, it's sort of, has this guy acted in good faith on Cat's behalf, or why is he doing blah, blah, blah? Why is he misrepresenting things that have happened to the court? Anyway, it doesn't write well enough to get that's my opinion. Yeah, I don't feel like there's quite much of a cogent argument there, but you never know. What's your specialty? Party, let's party. Bring music up, bring the drinks. Yeah, nice, right? Mm-hmm. You're mean. You're so mean. You're so mean. Why would you say that? You're so mean. Oh, wait, it should be fast. Oh, all things nice. You can start. Yeah, thank you. Sweet Jazz host and seems so nice. Oh, thank you, Equal Ape. I try. I try to be fair. I try to, you know. But apparently I'm so mean. I'm such a big meanie. But I try. I do my best. Yeah, nice. So mean, Karina. So why would you say that? That's just, you're such a big meanie. Such a meanie. Yeah. Should be a fast answer. Mm-hmm. Now watch it. They'll disappear. You're so mean. You're such a meanie. Why would you do that? Why won't you apologize? You're right. I mean, we're all mean. We're all mean. We're big meanies. Big meanies. Yeah, I do appreciate that, by the way. Like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're better than that. We're smarter than that. We need to do that. I know other people do it in their own side chats, but that's, I expect more from you people. I'm sorry. It's just one of the unfair things of being, like, better than that. People expect more. They're very fun. I know, right? Yeah, I feel like we're pretty nice. All things considered. We could be going through and saying, "Oh, you don't know how to suck dick," and blah 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 blah, and all stuff that like Kat says all the time about like when you could say like, "Oh, if you knew, you could put it down, then maybe you would still have them out." We could be going there, but we're not because we're better than that. Like it's really immaterial. It doesn't really matter because the point is she hasn't been screwed over, and then there's nothing to substantiate the claim that she has been. Anyway. Yeah, it was a really crazy day. Yeah, good to see you, Ushi. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, do you guys feel? I don't know. I'm feeling, my shoulders a bit stiff. I don't want to push it too much. So sometimes, notice the things off. Sometimes I can go a few hours without it. Ooh, World Star! Right on it. World Star! That's how this all started, right? Actually, you know what? I was thinking about this. You guys want to know how this channel all sort of happened? I'm going to post something, so make sure you subscribe to my community tab. I'm going to post a link about the kind of behavior that I saw from a couple of years ago that inspired me to actually start this channel. Like, most of you, yeah, another follower is gone. Fucking, I know, right? Of course, typical, right? Yeah, so, okay, spoiler alert. How many of you would say that it's disgusting to like inherently harass and prank call a woman on YouTube who has a channel, who is developmentally delayed, who's done nothing to anyone, and who has always done her best to, do her, represent herself well, and, build a channel? Do you guys think that that's pretty disgusting? I feel like it's pretty disgusting. So I'm going to post a link to that exact thing that happened. And some people will pop up in the thing that I post, which is another YouTube video. There will be some familiar voices, some familiar faces. And you guys will, hopefully you will understand what led me to feel that this channel should be made and that it should not be just some bashing channel, but something that, should document this kind of stuff. Oh, thank you, Ushi. I do my best. I appreciate that. Don't mention names, though. Or are you mentioning any name? Yeah, right? There's mean and they're so mean. So we're so mean, like so mean. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Discipline mentally challenged is an evil person. I agree, Evil Abe. That's exactly why I started this channel, because it was fucking abhorrent to me to see the behavior that was happening. So I will post a link from that. It was from like 2016, I believe. The thing that I'm gonna post a link to, the video. Um, and you guys will see the kind of behavior that I felt moved to act. I didn't, I never expected to actually start a YouTube channel. It kind of happened. Felt like I had to do the right thing. And that's what this is about. Remote hangouts are hilarious. I know, right? Love you. Oh no, I got you. Thank you. Yeah, it happens all the time. I have no days. Oh yeah? Oh. Yeah. Same. I don't watch it, but same. Yeah. Sneaking. Oh right. Yeah, it's pretty. You know what? Barbie starting that channel, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, side chat. If you guys want, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. If not, then maybe Monday. We'll see. But I got a lot planned. I got a lot coming up. I'm not quite ready to announce all of it yet, but it's really exciting. And hopefully it'll be way more exciting than just going through, documents from the court about people who are ripping people off, apparently. I was ready to dedicate that challenge to a friend of mine. Oh, that's amazing, Evil, eh? Oh my god, I didn't realize that you, you have like a whole channel and stuff. I will check that out next then. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to end this, hopefully. And, we'll see how people, I know a lot of people are like asleep by now by the time I come on. We'll see how people are tomorrow, and if people are still confused or there's any sort of thing that I need to clear up, I can go back and I can cite anything that, anyone feels is unsubstantiated in these attachments. So, vicious side chat, absolutely. We're so mean. We're so mean. Just paid, yeah, £1,000 for freaking. Oh, really? Which one? The good one? Damn. But yeah, everyone, let's check out Evil Abe's channel. Well, I'll do that in a minute because I want to play your fits on here and stuff. Yeah, that is really gross, right? Right? Yeah, be on the lookout because there will be some familiar faces in this YouTube link that I'm going to post on my community tab. You guys will maybe, hopefully, get some sense of the context of what actually started all this. It was just I couldn't let it go. Oh. But yeah, I will. You guys will see what I was talking about this whole time. Is that the question, Annie? I'm waiting on you. Hollow Man? Is that it? I have no idea. But I'm interested. Watch it. I've seen it, but I can't remember the name. I will watch it. Oh, okay. Locked in a room, Animal House? Oh. Wait, with Kevin Bacon though? Yeah, I have no idea. He's made so many. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, let's end on this. Yeah, let's do Bacon rules, right? Totally with you, boy. Huh. You're a Kevin Bacon scholar? So you're the adult in the room and a Kevin Bacon scholar? Amazing. The ends of star. Trap. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wait, I did not know that you know Kevin Bacon movies. Good to know. So you learn new things about people every day. Okay. All right. Answer obtained. On that note, I'm gonna sign off and we'll see what happens. I can go into more detail, but I don't feel. I just don't want to belabor the point. I think we all get it. But if we don't, I'll keep going. God damn it, I will turn this car around. Okay? Okay, well. Yeah, right? Okay, good night. Yeah. Good title. really great when titles are evocative of what the movie's about. Okay. I look forward to it. Okay, great. Okay, sweet. Answer obtained. Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your awesome side chat input. Thank you for, letting me know what's up as it happens. Thanks for waiting as I make more margaritas. And yeah, thank you for being awesome, basically. Etc., etc., etc. Thank you so much. All right, I love you all, and watch out because I will post that community tab thing or the link I'm thinking of. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. I promise. Yeah, right. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. In case I don't see you tomorrow, but I probably will. But I might not. But you never know. You never know with me. But we have a lot coming up that's going to be way better and like way more awesome and way more exciting than this. I'm super excited about it. So let's look forward to that. Hopefully we'll put this to bed. Let's hope. Okay. Good night, everyone. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.